What's up, Josh? How we
What's
doing?
up? We're live. Another Christmas Eve edition of Swampcast. What's up, Tim?
I'm just fucking chilling, man. I'm making sure that everybody knows that we are live. I'm trying to. Oh, that's our password. Let's not paste our password. How's it going, everybody? It's gonna be kind of a. It's gonna be kind of a different show. It's gonna be like a kind of like the trash show was, just a call-in show. Anybody's welcome to join. To join, the best way to join. Hold up, where did I had it somewhere? Join the show right now by going to our Discord and going into the Everyone General channel, and you will see a link to join. Josh, how are your holidays going?
My holidays are going merry as fuck. How about you, Tim?
That's right. It's definitely merry as fuck right now. I don't know, man. I have missed so many of these shows. I feel like there's a lot of catching up I need to do. I don't know how much there is, but I am certain that we will pass it by the end of the night.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
So,
also,
yeah.
I got how like you do like those holiday things where you get to open one gift early and all that kind of
Uh
stuff.
huh.
My wife used promo code Malice and got me some of the sheath, and
Yeah.
I'm wearing these right now. Let me tell you, it's like you know how like you get dressed during the day and then you go through like your day and you're constantly like adjusting and tugging and you get like the rub on and you get that little itch or whatever. In the beginning, here I'm gonna open this one up because I'm wearing some right now and I feel like it'd be inappropriate for me to show you because it's very it's very form fitting. Let's say that. And so this is how they come, right? They come in reverse so that you can here, let me do this. There we go. I'll make myself
Wait, they're
bigger.
reversible?
So they come like this. Well, no, they're not reversible. Like the design is on the inside, but they do this so that they can showcase the sack. You know what I mean? The so it's actually two sacks. I thought it was just one. It's actually two. There's a sack for your sack, right? And then there's the hole. There's the hole that your dick goes through. So your balls sit in one sack and your dick goes through another sack. And then check this out. I just found this out while I was taking a piss. So when you're wearing them, right? It's like this. You see that pocket up front?
Oh, okay, I see it.
It's got another. Okay, hang on. Let me grab it this way. It's got another pocket up front where you can whip your junk out and take a piss. So your balls never have to leave the comfort of the silk sack. It's very like awkward to put on for the first time and like it feels like a little strange at first, but I got to say it's pretty
So,
worth it. I don't know.
so it feels
They're
like your
nice and
balls are
comfortable. I'm
being
not adjusted.
supported.
Yeah, your balls are being separately supported from your dick, and then your dick has this convenient side pouch to pull out and piss when you have to do that. And so it takes like a second to like take your junk and put it in a thing and then pull your dick through a tube. And so it takes a little bit longer to get dressed, but I'm not adjusting myself all day. Merry
Uh,
Christmas, everyone.
oh, so basically what you're saying is this is like a bra for your junk.
Yeah, man, but it's
It
fucking
lifts and supports and separates the balls, and
right.
you don't have any. Okay,
Okay, I have a more serious
it's a
question.
junk bra, is what you're saying.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, this is clothing? Are you the kind of guy who buys new clothing and then wears it immediately, or do you wash it first?
Oh, I took them straight out of the package and put them on my junk. So, yeah, I
I
don't. I
respect
mean,
it.
yeah, like what? I'm not worried. Like,
Josh,
I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know what's gonna be in there.
would you be worried about where it comes from?
I'm not really. I mean, it's ordered online, so it's probably been sitting in a warehouse since it was manufactured, and I don't know. I just don't think about these things. It's like the whole COVID thing. I don't really think about it that much. I just do what I normally do in life. When I go to a public restroom, I wash my hands mostly because other people are looking. But then when I go back home, it's whatever.
I mean, my junk's probably the cleanest thing in that bathroom. I take
There you
pristine
go.
care of my penis, so I mean, I don't know why I need to wash my hands. My mom, like my fam, like I was taught not to piss on my hands as a kid.
Yeah, you learned how to aim quickly. Oh, this is loud. Hold on, crank it down.
So
Apparently,
we're
there's
getting a little
Christmas music. Oh yeah, so I
Oh
got it.
man,
I
a
got it
little
cranked on in the background.
Christmas music.
Yeah.
how much does
No,
this
man.
Me in
this
Santa's fucking
lifestyle
workshop.
cost of having a bag in your balls in a bag?
I don't know because it was a Christmas gift, so I didn't buy it. But she said, okay, full disclosure, she didn't use promo code Malice because Malice is a cheapskate. She said the Malice code would get her 20% off, but the website is doing a promotion for 40% off. So she took
Hey.
advantage of that instead. So yeah, they're half price right now. I think the last time I looked at them, sheath.com. Let's see, is that it? Maybe it says it on the bag. I don't know. I thought they were like 30 or 40 bucks a pair, but I could be wrong about that. I don't know. How many do you need? You need like 6 or 7 and you're good forever. Just don't shit them up, you know? Wipe.
I got fireworks going off in the meantime.
Do what?
It's
Did you hear
Christmas
the
Eve.
fireworks
Of course,
going off?
fireworks.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear them now.
I did.
Here we go. Sheathunderwear.com. I'm gonna. I don't know what's on your mind this year, guys. While I look this up,
Man, it's been a long year to get to another Christmas.
I thought last
Oh my
year was
God.
long. Man, this went by fast. I don't know. Now that we're at the end of it, I'm like, where'd the year go?
bro.
The latter
Riff
half
Raff
of the
has
year
his own
was
fucking
longer.
underwear.
What are you looking at?
I gotta get them.
Riff Raff underwear.
25
Oh, no.
bucks I'm in.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is it's not too expensive. It's $25 right now. It's a lot for a pair of boxers. I mean, you can buy like a 6-pack at Walmart for $10, but you know, I don't know. Seems worth it right now.
Made
I'm
in
not
America.
touching my junk all day. Is it? I don't know. Probably not. It doesn't say it is, so I'm going to assume it's not.
Right.
Let's see if you get even if you get the triple XL size, still $25. Look at that free promotion. Use promo code Malice for 20% off. Hey,
We need to
so
start getting paid if we're gonna be doing all these promos. By the way,
well, when Mitch gets on, I'm sure he'll do his promo. So let's talk because we were discussing this before the show. What the fuck are we going to do a show about? Well, next show would make the most sense to do a year in review, but there's going to be some guests on, and so it'd be more appropriate to talk about other things. So, how are you guys feeling after a year of? I would say it's a year that the caucus here in Florida has been seriously active. I mean, I just say that because that's when I got involved, and that's when shit gets serious. But no, like it's been about a year that we've been pretty active here. We've dealt with another year of COVID. How are we feeling at the end of the year, looking back? Nobody wants to take the bite.
I am moronic.
Yeah, moronic. It feels moronic.
It feels moronic, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. What were some of the highlights of the year? Let's start there, and then we can reflect on it.
I mean, down here in Florida, convention was probably one of the biggest ones for us.
I think Tom Woods was more, but I don't know. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. Josh wasn't there, so he doesn't know. So convention was his highlight.
I didn't go either.
Oh, neither of you went. Oh, fuck. That's right. Well, let me tell you.
We were talking like the MCs.
I'm talking like everything.
Highlights.
It doesn't even have to be just Florida. But yeah. No, the convention was great. We had a great time. It was a good time to meet everybody. But that was the highlight. I don't know.
Yeah,
it seems like
it's a highlight.
Tom Woods probably would have been the highlight. Yeah.
Okay. What are some highlights then? Yeah, the convention would be one.
Yeah, Tom Woods would probably be the biggest one of the year. What else was big that happened down here this year? Solutionary Summit.
The gala, the holiday party.
Yeah.
Holiday party, the Brevard Gala. The Mike
Amendment
Vermont
Center
dinner we had down here.
Yeah.
Constitutional carry in Texas actually was good news for Florida. You believe that because then it inspired Florida to say, where's our constitutional carry?
All right. And now I'm going to shit on that and everything you guys just said. And what did it accomplish? The Scrooge is coming out. What did we do?
We're airing the grievances, Tim. All
Hey,
right.
man, we can. I don't know, man. I look at all that. I had a great time. I have a great time with everybody. I always do. But if we're going to be reflective and look back, like, what did it do?
Which one are we discussing first?
All of them.
All of
The convention, the greatest thing we did was get you elected. That was a huge
I can either
bought a
confirm
very expensive
or
bottle of
deny
bourbon.
there's allegations.
It's not
that
allegations.
$500
Hey, that was pretty fucking boss.
Yeah, that
Spending
$500
500.
bottle of bourbon.
Yeah, I only had one cup of it. I heard that what's his name? Michael Heiss chugged the rest of it once it got low. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I heard.
My Heist turns into a little liquor demon and hides in a corner with
Yeah.
whatever everybody hasn't drank yet. He's fun.
Oh yeah, he spent the rest of the night challenging everybody to play Halo against him.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a gamer. He's a serious gamer.
Oh yeah, that was that generation. We were that generation that grew up on Halo. It was just I moved over to Call of Duty. And I'm like, I'm fucking lost and getting my ass whipped by Steven Halo all night.
Mm-hmm. I'm typing on Twitter. Join us.
Hey, it was fun. I mean, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean,
we ended the year on positive.
What did we
in terms of what we accomplished? I mean, the Tom Woods thing was really special nationwide because over 2,000 people showed up. A lot of them uninvited, but they showed up, and more than 2,000 people show up to Libertarian Party National Convention. So I'm sorry, that's more than what shows up. The number of people that show up to the convention.
Yeah.
So people as far as Alaska showed up. So it goes to show that there's mobilization.
That's an interesting point. That's an interesting point. Like Reno this year is going to be fucking crazy. If like 2,000 people flew down to Florida just to see Tom Woods, and that's only like a fraction of the Liberty movement, and everybody's been this inspired to join. Like I hope the Nugget Casino is big enough because like 2,000 people is it's not small. It was a big ass room. Like, I know y'all weren't there, but it was fucking massive. There was a next door to us. I think the Navy or somebody was celebrating their birthday, and we eclipsed them. So it was pretty big.
Ooh.
I will say that
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I mean in a year of it was kind of a bittersweet year because now it's the year after the main COVID lockdowns, and now we're getting starting to see the pushback on Mises Caucus activities. New Hampshire happened. The what is it? The Angry Bird? No, the Mean Bird. The Mean Bird happened. And if you haven't seen the meme show that Karen and Harlow's put out regarding the mean bird who tweets mean things about people in Massachusetts, you have to see that. It's I hope she does more of those.
Oh, the communist one where she was dressed up as a commie and everything. Yeah, okay, yeah, I did see that. Yeah, it could have been better if it was scripted better. I don't know. I hate to criticize it right now, but it was. I watched it and I was like, this would be hilarious if it was more thought out. Right now, I feel pretty bad. Like it feels cringe watching it, but I don't know. I do agree. It would be a good series.
If you've seen an interview, you have to bring. You know what would be a great guest? Would be Rothbardian herself. I've seen her interview with people, and she's really good. And frankly, the things that got her banned in the first place, or even pretty much got kicked out of the Massachusetts LP was actually tweets from someone else, and I think she may have mentioned it was Jeremy Kaufman anyway.
Yeah, it was. I saw the tweet that she retweeted that got her kicked out of LP Mass. But LP Mass is on some bullshit right now, and they're gonna reap the benefits of that coming up very soon. From what I've seen, they looks like they have a special convention coming down the road. Uh-oh.
Leighton, what's up? How you doing, man?
What's up, bro?
Hello. I made it. I had to go get stuff from the store, but I'm here. How is
Is that a 4 or a 6 hour drive to get to the store?
Yeah.
No, it's just the store.
Not
Ah.
town. Oh, okay. Other store. I got you.
Okay.
But Leighton,
respect
are you the one in Alaska?
Yeah, I'm in Alaska.
What time is it over there, if you don't mind me asking?
It is 5:15.
Nice.
In the afternoon. Holy shit.
I work at
What we got
11
here?
p.m., so I'm a night shift guy.
I'm updating
Where-
on while we talk. Yeah. Go ahead.
Wait, don't forget the little troll. Oh, there he is. I love how we have Josh Smith in all these covers.
I'm going to get Leighton's picture right now, so he's gonna get added in here too. Everybody's gonna get a hat.
Oh man, see, this is what I like. What did we accomplish this year? This is what we accomplished. It's
Yeah.
shit like this. You know, you brought people from. We've organized in a way that's brought an entire liberty-minded community who is all in their own little individualist groups and pockets together. Like,
I mean, you guys are in Florida and I'm in Alaska, so you can't get, as far as the U.S. goes, that's a pretty big separation.
that's about as fucking polar opposite far.
Oh,
as you can
Jesus
get from each
Christ,
other.
no.
Ah,
Use
yeah, boy.
use my Twitter profile.
Look, son, you're the one to blame here because you only have like 5 fucking pictures of yourself. Hold on.
You gotta go to my Facebook.
That was your Facebook. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what?
Hold on. I'll find another one.
Oh.
I'll give you options. Hold on.
Just take my Twitter
Tim-
profile picture.
Tim's gonna pick all of your worst pictures. No,
Oh,
that's
it's
not how
great.
it works here on Swamp Creatures.
Oh,
The
it's great.
problem with picking your Twitter profile picture is that it's like a circular picture, right? Oh shit.
Yeah.
It's a circular picture, so it cuts off all your shoulders and stuff. And so
I will
that doesn't-
send a photo to the Swamp Creatures Twitter account.
you can send it there or you can send it in the Discord wherever you want. Because the other one I don't think the other one is better.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I have to ask
Like that
a
one?
semi-serious question.
Oh,
What?
you know where that photo came from? This is great.
What's
So
that?
picture came from me running for city council here in Seward. And
Nice.
having to... I have a PNG if you want that with the background cut out.
You mean like this?
No, but the opposite.
There you
What the
go.
hell is that?
I can get you in here. It ain't no problem.
So what is the proverbial plan for the night?
We're just hanging out, man. How was your year? Looking back, how did things go? Was it everything you anticipated and more?
I did a lot of events this year. That was my main thing. I just tried to go do stuff.
Yeah.
But that was a big difference from the year before that. So
Oh, here we go, dude. I figured out how to make your bad picture even better.
oh god.
Uh-oh.
Boom.
Oh god.
Oh,
Yeah, boy. Yes,
Perfect.
this is the content people come here for.
Yeah, man. Tim's editing skills.
mad skills there.
We'll make it happen, man. We'll make
Don't
you
forget
look
to edit
decent.
the white around the other background.
I got it, man. You know,
Yeah.
Don't worry, Tim.
like I don't do this.
Tim's
Nice.
been doing this for a while now.
I don't know. We're just bullshitting here. I'm doing this as something to watch while everybody fumbles on subjects.
Well, I was kind of curious about who invented the tagline for the show as the Mises version of what was it of the Lolberts, or I forgot what the name of that show is.
Wait, what? I have no idea what you're
The
talking about now.
Losers-tarians. I think it was the Losers-tarians.
What about them?
Bakertarians? What about them?
No. There's I think it's on a. There's a tagline somewhere that reads that Swamp Creatures is the Mises version of the Losers-tarians.
Can I just say that sounded more stoned than me?
Who said? Who?
So,
Wait,
Swamp
what?
Creatures is the Mises version of the Fakertarians.
Bakertarians.
Mitch,
What?
Oh, Mitch.
What?
Look,
What did I
first
just walk
off,
into?
We have way more subscribers than Fakertarians does. Second of all,
How dare get the
none
Greta
of the
Thunberg
Fakertarians
gift?
could hold my dick on a good
How
day.
dare you?
Wait for the cork pop.
And I haven't even
Where
said
is this?
Oh my
No, I gotta see this
Okay.
now. That's
Sounds like a
nonsense.
fart.
God. Who said this?
Who the fuck said that? Like,
I don't know. It's something I read. I read it
Tim
somewhere.
is just having fun over
Who?
here at this point.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
bet you it's on our
where?
Twitter, or it's on the Twitter, or it's on the YouTube description of the show, or maybe some metadata. I was reading it somewhere.
Metadata. There ain't no metadata on this show. Whoever's getting metadata on our show is wasting their fucking time.
How I Met Your Data.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
But
I don't know who said. Oh my. Oh wait. What?
1 second.
Why is there? Why does this exist? Hold on. I'm gonna put it here so everyone can see it. Why does that
it was
exist?
my mom and dad. They were 12
That
shots
Archie?
in.
Why does that exist?
There's only who's Archie?
I don't.
Are we talking about the guy who will one day be Rich's best friend?
Yeah. Wait, is that gonna happen?
Oh yeah, no. Rich and Archie Flower are going to be best friends one day. Trust me.
Says who?
Says me.
Oh, well, you're
Oh
wrong.
yeah, you're giving the Mitch Connor.
And I'm not just
guarantee?
saying this. And I'm not just saying this because of future future possible
Oh,
voting
okay.
implications,
I see. Yeah.
as were discussed between me and Josh.
There you go. You like your hat, Hector? It's a nice
I
hat.
do. It's me. It's very elf
Mitch,
on the
how do you
shelf.
like your hat?
I like how I'm the elf, but there's also horns coming out of me.
Those aren't
They're
horns. Those
elf
are
ears,
elf
bro.
ears. The
They're
fuck are you
elf
talking
ears?
about?
They're like not lining up with my own ears. That's what I'm assuming. Like, okay, I guess I'm seeing.
Well, okay, I could just put the fucking hat here, you know, just cover your
I mean, my one ear is already weird looking enough. I mean, fucking like that shit.
Mitch,
Is
stop overthinking this shit.
never.
You gotta have to send
Now,
this
how's
graphic
it-
to Josh Smith. It's hilarious.
Oh, he'll see it. He will see it.
Oh, is
I
Josh?
tagged
So
him
where's
in
Josh hidden in there? Oh, I see him.
He's on the left. What are you talking
I found
about?
him. I
I
found him.
posted it on Twitter. I tagged him in it, so he's gonna see it. It's gonna. Come
This
up
is
in his
now like
notifications.
Where's Waldo for us.
Exactly.
Yeah, we had a secret. Like it's like a hidden Mickey. We had a hidden Joshua Smith in every one of our thumbnails.
It's looking good, boys. Looking good.
So,
I
by the way,
like it.
Florida Convention is for the Libertarian Party of Florida is weekend of February 27th. You're expected to have Joshua Smith present with us, and if not, we're going to get a cut out of him.
Okay, so
Go
on
there.
the topic of that,
Yeah.
whoever brought the John McAfee
Yeah.
cardboard cutout
Yeah,
Yeah.
must bring that again.
Yeah, that
he
was
said
James.
he would.
James said he's going to
Okay,
bring it.
okay.
Yeah, that was James.
Good. Because mission to do something that we
Talk
didn't
about
get to
highlight.
do.
Yeah, talk about highlights.
Is
Yeah.
Joshua is
So-
Josh on tonight?
So I
No,
just
he's
want
not
to say, for
coming
those
on.
who don't know,
It's all
last
here.
yo, can you hear me?
I can hear you fine. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So for those who don't know, there was a guy who brought a John McAfee cardboard cutout to last year's Libertarian Party of Florida State Convention.
Mhm.
And me and Rob talked about maybe we should take the cardboard cutout with us to the after party and party with the cardboard cutout and put pictures out there online. Because at the time, even though McAfee was in prison, he was still tweeting and shit. So, like, guaranteed these photos will get to him. Like, and then, like, weeks later, he didn't kill himself, and now we're just like, fuck, we should have brought the cardboard cutout with us, man. So, next convention, we're taking the cardboard cutout partying with us because it's in his memory. To John.
Absolutely.
John,
Let's
right?
do it.
2 beers for John. Oh my god, that one hurt.
All I have is whiskey.
I just finished the last of my German wine.
And I have work in 5 hours, so I am drinking. But I'm going to try to ride that edge in between the abyss and everything else. But it's Christmas Eve, and I work nights, and I work through all the holidays.
I'm going to embarrass my mother tonight.
It.
Oh, no.
You're embarrassing your mother?
Yeah.
And I'm drinking Knob Creek, which is 50% alcohol instead of normal shit.
I showed them the underwear. I didn't show them my nuts.
What is happening?
You trying to get us banned off YouTube, ain't you?
Not tonight.
Not tonight.
All right, hold up.
So, boys, we haven't gone around and done drinks at all tonight because we're fucked up.
Oh, good timing.
So.
Well, I'm 20 minutes late, and you guys still haven't done drinks.
That's right, man.
I know, man. We're fucking it up in here.
He could have literally just said they waited for you and sold it off as though he was professional, but he had the heart to admit.
We would have recognized that weakness. Here in the swamp, we would have picked up on the scent of the week. Yeah.
If you're offended by my words, deal with it.
Have you guys reacted to the Jack
Jose,
Murphy thing?
Yes, well, not yet.
The cuck thing?
Jose, you're welcome to come on, man. It's a holiday party. Just tell me you want it, and I'll send it to you. All right. No, we haven't done it. We haven't done it on stream yet. We were talking about it previously, though.
Yeah. I was on that article 2 months ago talking about it on Reddit. This dude's whole shit is just built on a lie, and he's selling it to people as though it was just like, oh, I accidentally fell into being into BDSM for 7 years. It's just like, no, I'm sorry. That's not how it works.
I mean, honest to God, if he had just fucking owned it, I would have been like, you know what, respect. You know, you're into what you're into. You know,
if he had owned it, no one would be having any of this discussion right now. And like, there's context to the clip that everybody is sharing of him kind of yelling. She did actually mention it once before in that clip, and there was a little bit of sneakiness on her part, or at least there could have been. I could see where he could think there was, but it was just like, man, this doesn't look good for you at all. And then people just started digging. The quartering is a goddamn savage.
Yes,
because that guy did not give up on Twitter.
Well, yeah, he's friends with Sydney Watson too. Like, I've been more familiar with Sydney long before Jack Murphy. The only reason I know about Jack Murphy is because of Tim Pool.
Tim Pool. Yeah, and that's when I started digging into him, was the first time he was on Tim Pool. So I discovered all of this. Like,
honest to God, though, like I'm just gonna put this out there. Ayn Rand, like a lot of these libertarians were into, they were into a lot of weird shit too. Like, it's not out of the ordinary.
Hey, do not make Ayn Rand our example here, okay?
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
Ayn Rand had some weird shit going on, and even Ayn Rand fans say that.
I mean, you could just read the Fountainhead and know she was into some weird shit.
All right, we're getting sidetracked again. Mitch, what are you drinking?
Oh, I'm finishing off the Red House wine from Michigan, from Frankenmuth. So, yeah.
All right. Can I just say that wine is very faggy?
Agreed.
Nah.
He's not gonna let me say
white
that?
wine.
I have 7 bottles of whiskey in my house, and that is
There you go. There you go.
I have scotch, I have bourbon,
I have
rye.
Josh is gonna back you up, so you're not alone on this. What?
Okay.
I have red wine, and I have Hennessy.
You have red wine and you have what?
I can drink like a class. wine and I have Hennessy in my house.
Oh,
I can
okay,
drink
okay.
classy.
So
I
you
thought
are
you-
a
Niggers. It's
40-year-old
okay.
black woman.
I thought you said you have red wine and you have pussy, and therefore everything is okay. I thought that's what we were gonna go with.
That is actually
That is also an
acceptable
objectively
answer.
factual. And I do have pussy here too. So I mean, I have red wine, I have Hennessy, and I have pussy.
There you go. Leighton, what are you drinking?
Knob Creek.
Knob. There you go.
Ugh.
Some knob. Nice.
Yeah,
Josh.
I cracked that open.
Oh yeah,
It's
go ahead.
cheap stuff, but I've got a couple bottles of good stuff
Solid.
that I might break out later.
I wouldn't call knob cheap. I'd call it solid.
Yeah.
There's like other like knockoff stuff that's buried in the back underneath the well. Like that's the cheap shit. Knob is at least in the middle tier,
Knob and Bullet are like the same price, I think, right around
yeah.
there.
Josh, what do you got? I saw a Jaeger or whatever
Yeah,
that
the classic,
Yingling.
the
Yeah.
classic Yingling lager.
I'm gonna say,
Gonna just keep drinking it down.
I was gonna say Jaeger is a whole nother. Ugh.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I
saw
love
the
Jaeger.
I
You're
saw the
wild.
Y in the Jaeger, and I don't know why I did that. Tonight, I sent a picture of this stuff to you guys when I first got it, but this is that moonshine that my stepdad made, and so we're gonna try that out. But I feel like it's been sitting in my fridge since Thanksgiving. So there's like cinnamon sticks. Oh my god, I need a man. Somebody help me. It's got like cinnamon sticks and peaches in it. Oh boy. Oh, that's gonna be. Hold on, I have this set up for you. This one here. Okay, cool. So you can see what I'm doing here. So I have this cup and I have this strainer. I feel like it's been sitting in my fridge so long that like there's gonna be like pulp and all kinds of shit in it.
I would make a cocktail out of it. Do you have like?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeah, you could do like. There's tons of moonshine cocktails. Like you can.
Why
pretty
would I
much
do that? I feel like if you don't drink moonshine straight, you're a bitch.
It's.
All right.
I like
Yeah.
cocktails.
But I
like
just
old
know.
fashioned.
Somewhere I remember something about this being in an Indiana Jones movie, and yeah, I'll just leave it at that and let the Russian in the chat speak for himself.
All right, so we got it here in this cup, and I haven't had any of this yet, but
How is it?
Merry fucking Christmas.
He found out.
Yeah, put a little
That
hair
was
on
Jesus.
his chest.
How's Jesus?
It was
See?
it was very yeah. I can see. I'm not blind. No, it's it was very sweet. It was it has like a weird, I don't know, like this was made in a toilet taste at the bottom of it.
Gee,
That is not what you want from your moonshine.
and I'm bad for
What?
drinking the red wine.
No.
Okay,
it's-
yeah.
So I'll go through layers, right? So when it first hits your tongue, it's got that nice cinnamon because it's got those big thick ass cinnamon sticks in it, and then the middle is where all the peaches are, and that's where like that thick sweetness is. That's pretty good. But then the bottom of it, like once you like fully get it in your stomach and like that gas comes up right after where you breathe after, that's the. This tastes like porcelain. there's some kind of something in there. I don't know where he made this shit. I'm gonna have to ask him. It wasn't bad though. It wasn't like it wasn't. I had some Albanian moonshine. I used to work at this pizza shop, and this Albanian dude made us some moonshine. He said he would make it out of grapes in his garage or something like that. Anyway, that stuff was like straight vomit. Like I took like those like little, what do they call those? Those like little sauce cups. They're not called ramekins. There you go, dude. You worked in a kitchen.
I
You know
worked
what
in
it
a
is.
restaurant. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
I
it was,
was
a
a
little 1 ounce.
dishwasher.
It was a little 1 ounce ramekin, and when he gave it to me in a water bottle. And so I was like, all right, this is kind of weird. And so I poured it in one of those little 1 ounce ramekins and I took a shot, and that was like a sewer, just like flooded my mouth. And I just immediately threw up right after, and I just couldn't help it. I like, took a sip of it. That sat in my freezer for a year. I just couldn't bring myself to drink it anymore. Don't tell Pat. Pat's my stepdad. I'll tell Pat whatever I want. I'll tell him it tastes like it was made in a toilet, and he needs to make it a little bit stronger.
Anyone?
What?
So, kind of drama been happening lately. That's
Ask
been
me.
interesting.
I love drama.
What is with so I don't know what has been discussed on shows because I've been kind of AWOL lately, but
Me too.
two
Let's go.
things that I have seen happen over the last week or so. That is the crap going on with the same drama that was brought up months and months and months ago that's kind of old news. This other thing is with this whole the Mises Caucus and this decision with Joshua Smith and that whole thing.
I'll put the balls on the table right now. Florida, I'm not going to speak for anybody here, and I can't speak for the caucus as an entirety. Everybody should know that. Don't be an idiot. But what I will tell you is that everyone I've talked to supports Josh over Eric.
Everybody I have privately spoken to through messages, and I'm talking like probably 9 different organizers, have all stated that Joshua is a better pick. It seems kind of interesting to me the way everything's played out. I think a lot of people saw this coming, but didn't know when it would happen. But it seems like we're left with a position. They're kind of splitting things, and I think that's really stupid. Like from a strategic standpoint, I think it's dumb. I don't think this was a smart move.
No,
I'll say I do support Josh, and I've made that clear to him that I plan on being a delegate in Reno, and that's where my support lies.
You want me to
Look,
go first?
one of y'all got to go.
All right, fuck it, I'm going.
I'll let Mitch go.
I just haven't really made up my mind as to what yet, because I'm just trying to get perspective from anyone I can. As far as, you mind turning down the music a bit?
No.
I'm just listening to this really antithetical piano get more and more.
Yeah.
I cranked it down, but I don't want to turn it off. It's Christmas. We're supposed to be having a great time. Come on. Talk shit about Eric.
Being
Let's go.
a fucking Scrooge, you loser. Keep going.
You're just going off the last episode, but what was I saying? But
you're still making up your mind. You haven't decided yet.
I haven't really decided one way or the other. What I think
you're gonna make up your mind by the end of the night, because I'm not letting you go out of here until you do. So let's go.
I will be the doubting Thomas of this group to the end. Damn it.
Let's go.
That's fine. I mean, I've been openly, publicly, and like privately supporting on Josh Smith for a long time.
Yeah.
Even before he like dropped his chair run, I've been riding with him since the get-go. So I mean, it is what it is, man. Not everybody's going to.
Since everybody else seems to be for Josh, what's the hesitation?
It's mainly just wanting to hear someone else out. And we're just still not at Reno yet, so I'm just like, I'm not quite sure.
So
frankly, I do want to hear from some of the other people just to hear their points. But at the end of the day, if I have to go rogue, I'll go rogue. I don't care.
So that note, I know that there is a Q&A for Eric coming up.
That's what I was about to say. That is something that I'm looking forward to, because that's probably going to be my big deciding thing.
Who's he doing the Q&A with?
It's already been done.
Mises Caucus.
Is it over already?
With Mises Caucus, I think he did it with Mises Minnesota. I was going to say it's been posted in certain circles. I'll look into getting it for you.
I
don't know why I thought there was one on the 7th, but maybe
because I was talking to someone yesterday. I was talking to someone yesterday about this. And the one that they were talking about had not happened yet.
Well, the one that you're talking about is the one for, it's been in public blast. So if you've donated to the Mises Caucus, he's going to have a meeting with donors for himself. I think the 7th of January, but he's had other smaller talks with other state parties. I know, like I said, I think it was Minnesota or Missouri. Talk to
Yeah.
Hector about it. I remember he was the one who shared it with me that, hey, these guys are doing this with Eric. What are we gonna do, so to
Yeah.
speak?
Well, I think, and this is my opinion. I am not representing Alaska in any regard at all, but
You're the only
my
person from Alaska I know.
I'm the only organizer, I think, right now. So I think
You
whatever I
are the
say
caucus of
goes.
Alaska.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I just talked to a guy who's like a 2008, 2012 Ron Paul guy who organized his campaign here in the state back then.
Fuck
Who's
yeah.
going to be kind of helping me out with stuff here, it sounds like. So that is like really awesome. And a kind of decent asset to bring back over because he had kind of gone Republican for a bit. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So I look at this whole situation. I think there's two issues. One was it just doesn't seem like there was any communication. I mean, I don't know from Josh's angle. I haven't seen him say anywhere, and it kind of appears that no one really told him about any issues people had with him as a vice chair candidate. If that's accurate, then that's kind of messed up. I think from a standpoint from him, I see where he's coming from because I'm going to be honest. He's one of the reasons I stuck with the Mises Caucus because everybody started hating on Joshua and attacking him. The kind of fakertarian crowd went after him. And that was around the same time I was talking about just getting out of the caucus thing, period, and just focusing on just LP stuff. It was them attacking him that made me go, well, what's going on here? And kind of looked into everything and eventually went down that rabbit hole. So when I look at somebody like that, the argument that, I guess the main argument that's being put forward from detractors of Joshua is that, there's a lot of time that has to be put into being vice chair, and that can be an issue if you have a lot of kids and things like that. I don't really think that's a decent argument because the guy hasn't done it. You haven't got to see whether he has the time to do it. So you're gauging it off something that just doesn't exist. It's frustrating for me because I hate seeing the kind of infighting stuff. I'm not really into that. I like making memes. And that is what my Twitter is full of. But it's just weird.
So there's only like two major criticisms that I've seen of Josh. And the two are one, that he's in it for himself and he's trying to build his own brand. And two, that he doesn't get along well with Angela. So to both of those, I say, first of all, aren't we the party of self-interest? That's the whole thing that the Austrian philosophy is built on, is self-interest. So if he's just in this to build himself up, then that's fine. The market will decide whether or not he's worth it. And I think he is. I think that he's a fighter and he's a guy who's been out front and been open with all of his positions, and they happen to be positions that I agree with. And so I'm fine with that. And on the second part about getting along with Angela or not, I could give a fuck if they get along or not. They are on they're on a national board together. It doesn't matter
their job to work together.
Right. It doesn't matter if they like each other, don't like each other, get along, don't get along. It doesn't matter. They're supposed to do business together. She's not going to get along with everybody on the stage. And I don't want to go too hard on this because I don't know how relevant or true it is that this is the major thing. But if it is, get the fuck over it. Like she's gonna be there, or he's gonna be there regardless. Josh has been hard in the paint for every single issue. He's been on the right side every single time. And meeting Josh in person at Tom Woods just made me respect him that much more. I had a grievance with someone. He called that person out. We had our debate head to head, and we did that. And it was all happened because of Josh. So Josh has only ever proven himself to be, to me, worth the investment. Eric, I did some research into Eric, and I didn't find anything compelling. I found some concerning things. Not that I disagree with him on any of his positions, but his focus seems to be in the wrong place. And Josh is always upfront, outwardly spoken. He says what he believes, and that's it. And this party at this moment needs a fucking fighter. They don't need somebody who's going to play the game, who's going to play the politics, who's going to make the decision that's most politically beneficial, even if it's in their self-interest. I just said self-interest was great, but I don't know. Josh has always been there, and Josh has been the guy. And I think Josh made this bet. He's not bet like there's a criticism against the Mises Caucus that Michael Heiss is in control of everything. And that's not true because we disagree with Mike all the time. And I think that this is one point that we disagree with Mike on is Mike has seemed to put his eggs in the basket of Eric Raudzep. And I think the membership is actively against.
Yeah. Listen, I'll be honest. I don't think the numbers within the caucus are with the caucus on this.
No.
When I'm talking to people, I'm either getting one of two responses. I'm getting neither of them, or I'm getting Josh. And if those are the two responses I'm getting, then the choice there is obvious. I think that, from my perspective, you have a guy who's done a lot of work in the liberty movement, right? Regardless of whether we're talking directly for the caucus, I'm talking about the liberty movement. Dave's whole messaging running as far as the presidential campaign is on the fact that, he's kind of breaking that mold, bringing us back to that kind of Ron Paul form of kind of radical kind of libertarianism and getting in people's, kind of faces, putting out interesting but so I look at this and I go, Joshua is for that messaging. Like, you're not going to find somebody better that goes along with that motif. This is a guy who runs a show where he interviews people on those exact topics, versus somebody like Eric where I went back and looked at some of his past.
You went full autism on like I did too.
Well, it's a little concerning. There's decisions that he made in the past that seem to not support what the caucus's actual vision is for the LP. And if that's the case, then why are you putting this guy up over somebody who has a track record in support of the caucus issues? Somebody like Joshua, who's been on the LNC, who's been voting for the issues that we actually care about. And in some places, like with the New Hampshire thing and stuff like that, actually being the person in front of it. So it just, or not New Hampshire, but the Delaware, rather. Stuff that happened recently where, he was one of the louder voices, especially on the LNC, talking about it. And I think there are other people on the LNC who kind of play both fields, who try to make it so that if Dave attempts to run and fails, or the Mises Caucus isn't as successful as we expect to be in Reno, that they can somehow fall back into the group that would be in charge in that case. And I think those people need to be called out. So, and Eric appears to be one of those people through and through to me. So
I'm just going to throw this out there, listening to you there too, bringing up some of these other names. There's many names on the Mises Caucus Advisory Board. I would be curious to hear what many of them have to say about this as well.
I agree. Yeah.
You mentioned Dave Smith. I just pulled up the list here. We have Tom Woods, Scott Horton, Michael Bolden, Maj Touré, Walter Block, Gene Epstein, Larry Sharp, Jacob Hornberger.
Yeah, Larry Sharp. Larry Sharp was on Joshua's show. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is the show I'm thinking I watched. He was on his show, and they seemed to get along just fine.
They get along on the show, but for all I know, they could have a different opinion on this.
Right. I don't know, but I find it hard to believe that this was a decision coming from them. Obviously, I think this is probably a decision coming.
I could see quite a few of the people that I just read the names off of not falling in line with you guys.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying as far as the decision being made. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, there hasn't been a decision, right? No, they haven't officially said that they're behind Eric yet. It just seems that it's going in that direction. Am I right on that?
Yeah, I don't think there's been any.
You are correct, and I think that Q&A that's supposed to take place in the Mises Caucus group is probably going to be a big sticking factor for a lot of people. I think what they're going off of is that if things go well there, it will kind of be like when Spike Cohen won the hearts of the caucus. Because I don't know if you guys remember, but when the VP debate in the Mises Caucus happened with Larry Sharp, Ken Armstrong, and Spike Cohen, I think it was just those three. Everyone, myself included, went in thinking, "Oh yeah, Larry's our guy," and Spike Cohen ended up coming in and just cleaning house basically, and kind of proving to everyone, "Oh, this guy, yeah, he gets it." So that's what I think they're kind of going off of here. Is if they do this Q&A, maybe they can see what the people think, but it'll all go off of that.
I think that I think the Q&A is definitely their kind of seeing where everything goes. I think the issue today was just I saw the Joshua Smith tweet with, you know, the voting stuff that happened with Sarwak, and you know, that's concerning, you know, I mean, off the bat, to me, when you are trying to get involved with this side of the movement, I don't want anybody with that last name at this point that's involved with the LP
Smith
involved with anything going forward.
You fuck.
You know,
Wow.
they're toxic. Like, I mean, they're and
you're talking about Star Wars. Okay.
Yeah, it is what it is, but I mean, I think everybody right now sees that. Like, we all know that these people are toxic. They've shown that time and time again, not only in the way that they vote on things, but on the things that they try to do behind the scenes. You know, that being said, when you're putting forward a candidate and that person is putting those names forward in conversations for committees and things, that's no good in my book. That's like, you know, pretty bad.
Yeah. So, I mean, and this is what I mean. Like, it's not like I disagree with Eric on any of his policy prescriptions for the way things should be. I think we mostly agree on those, but his focus and his intention seems to be in the wrong place. And this recent vote for Valerie Sarwark for, I don't even know what it was for, but it just doesn't jive. And like Josh had the correct response. So why are we not supporting him?
Well, and at the same time, it seems like an excuse for somebody to garner support with the Mises Caucus while also staying in good regards with certain people in the LP, so that if their run fails, they have a fallback and they have all this kind of cushioning. And I think that's a bad way to set relationships up, especially when you want those relationships to be vice chair, you know, somebody who actually has, you know, although not much, you know, direct say, somebody who has some general say-so in things.
Josh, you want to say something?
I mean, you know, I'll play devil's advocate on this one. In Eric's favor, you know, it's kind of hard to, in this situation, condemn him when we even have, you know, MC members who, you know, went the same way he did on the vote.
Right.
So, I mean, you know, we got to look at it from a certain perspective of, you know, at the same time that.
But I'll say that anybody who voted, and I think we all, you know, yeah, I know who you're talking about, and you know, to be honest with you,
it's Stephen Nikela.
Yeah. You know, listen, those are the people I'm talking about running both sides, making it so they have that cushion so that when this shit, you know, which I have no doubt in my mind that come Reno, the Mises Caucus is going to roll tide through that convention, and I'm going to be there to do it. But the fact is that this is accurate. Like, this is, you know, people who are playing both sides are not our friend directly. You know, they want to help us out on things, that's fine. Those aren't the people you pick to be vice chair. Those aren't the people you pick to do things like that, because you want somebody that you can trust. And if somebody's willing to play both sides, they're typically not somebody that I'll trust.
Look, I said it on this show previously, and so I don't feel like it's a breaking news to say it again. I had this argument with Steven in person. I asked him, I said, "Are you here to change the party and to do all this, or are you here to play politics?" And his answer to me was both. It can't be fucking both. It's
You
one or
can't
the
do
other.
that.
It's one or the fucking other. And this vote once again clarifies that situation for me. And so
Absolutely.
I love Steven. I think he's a great guy. I think he's done a
Right.
whole lot, especially for the state party. And he's always been nice to me. And I can't say anything bad about the guy other than when push comes to shove, he's not on the same fucking team that we are. And like that needs to be made clear. I don't want to fucking drag the show down, but that's where I'm at with it. And
Well, no, like
Yeah.
you know, and
You okay,
listen,
Mitch?
Mitch is gonna
Nothing.
die.
I'm outside.
You don't
I'm
have
out.
a position anyway. You're fine.
I'm outside this, and this is why I
Yeah.
think, to some extent, I'm a good voice on the topic, is because I just observe everything from the outside. I'm not involved in any of these states.
You're in
I
a
don't
state that
talk-
isn't even connected to the rest of the U.S.
Right. I am quite literally. I am separated by an entire country.
Yeah,
So,
that's right.
as far as I am concerned, I am going to continue to live in this state for a little while longer, but I plan on moving to Florida eventually, and then I'll get involved.
Hey,
That is the decision I have made over the last
Hector's
month. Is that
inspired
that
to
is gonna be
join.
my
Don't
moving
drop the
location.
name that should not be dropped.
But you know, the fact is, from an outside observer perspective, somebody who's involved with both the somewhat the LP and the LPMC, I look at this and I go, I don't think this was a good strategic decision off the bat. I look at this and go, you have somebody like Eric and somebody like, frankly, Steven, who are voting on really murky terms, and one individual who's I think both of them are trying to cushion themselves so that if Reno doesn't play out the way that they want it to, that they have a fallback. I think we're going to see more people doing that as we get closer and closer to the convention. We're only going to see more of this. This just like we said with New Hampshire. When New Hampshire happened, and then Delaware, and we're probably going to have another one, and one after that, and one after that, going to happen again and again, because this is the scummy shit that we all said was going to happen as the convention neared. No one's brains were blown on the ceiling when they learned that things like what had happened in Delaware happened, because we all saw that coming. Like, and to me, it's insane to think that this is a decision that you make knowing those things. Like, we saw what happens when you put people in power to be friendly or to make friends. That's what happened, from what I understand, in some of
Yeah.
the situations in New Hampshire.
In
Was
New
that they
Hampshire,
put somebody in?
chair.
Yeah, they put somebody
Or
in the chair
Florida.
position who was like a flippy floppy Mises member, or somebody who wasn't affiliated with the caucus, because they wanted to get kudo points, and it failed, and it blew up in their face, and it gave them a way to take over an affiliate. That's
All
the
right.
kind of shit that's scummy,
All right. Since Hector has joined us, I know he has something he wants to say on this topic. But first, the fuck are you drinking, man?
Bong water.
Bong water?
So this is an import. This is wine, but it is not.
It's not a faggy
Japanese,
wine.
Peach. No. This is high proof. It says that it's not wearing those glasses. This is a plum Japanese. It's got plum at the bottom. See?
It sounds faggy. This is a faggy.
It-
wine.
Oh,
This
thank
sounds
you.
pretty
My wine
bad.
is more
I'm
masculine.
kind of
I-
jumping
I-
right now. Shut up, Tim.
Mine is
If the
German.
wine has shit floating at the bottom, it's got pond sediment.
It's bottled. It's bottled at it
This-
says 14. It's basically 15% out. 50% alcohol, so it's just a
Yeah, that's
light wine.
man.
Where the bottle
That's
gets,
man wine.
that's actually more. It ferments.
I guarantee you
All right, if
that
we're gonna talk
wine
wine. I
smells
need to go
like
grab a
Florida
bottle
water.
so we could all judge it.
That's
I guarantee you that wine smells like Florida water.
No, there's not. There's
I was
marine in
just
it.
talking. I was
Not
just
enough marine
talking
it
in
for this to
Tower
be
Gang.
fulfilled.
I was just talking in the Tower Gang chat about the fact that I can literally go and get water from a glacier, and I don't think there's any other libertarians right now that can say the same. At least not like in the general sphere. So I already
Yeah, I'm
have.
about to be like, fuck you and your glacier water,
I
bro.
can get
Like, I'm
free
sorry we all
filtered
can't.
water.
Well, I have free
Tens
well
of thousands
water.
of years old.
You know, I got well water.
So what is it? Okay, so
Congratulations.
you guys are all in Florida, from what I understand, right?
That's right. That's right.
All right.
Yep.
So where should I be looking at moving work-wise and cheap housing-wise in Florida?
Polk County.
Not Southeast Florida.
We still talking alcohol?
I can
We
pour
can
another
go back.
drink.
Yeah.
Because I think I have the Lord of gay wines right here.
Oh no.
I
Florida
Oh,
Gays. What do you got?
You won.
wanted to
Hockey
sit in a
Chardonnay.
raffle and I still haven't finished it.
What is it?
Prophecy.
can't read.
It's a white
What
wine
is
that
it?
I won in a
See?
raffle.
It's a white wine. It's basically water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you seriously don't see that
That's what-
logo?
Alaskan women's use that as douche.
Damn, dude. I was responding to Pat.
I'm
No,
curious where the fuck this shit's grown.
it's gonna say California, and then you'll have to
It's
prod
probably-
yourself.
Well, Florida, at least the Caribbean tradition
Actually, it's Italian. Shit.
is actually coconut water douche.
It's actually Italian.
Coconut
But
water.
yeah,
What?
to answer your question.
Oh, it's gonna
All
grope
right,
you.
this is-
Watch out.
It's
Yeah,
everywhere.
this is
Answer your
It's-
question.
It's not perverted. It's Italian.
Somebody's
Same
gotta.
I
thing.
drink that. I turn
gotta
into
put their
Cuomo.
balls out and take control of this shit. You see how I just did that? Somebody else needs to do that,
Shut up. Your balls are in a pouch right now.
dude. They're fucking comfortable.
I showed balls.
I'll
to
show
Tower
They're
you.
in a
Gang.
pouch.
I'll show you,
Your
Was he
wife
sitting on
puts
a
your
donut or
balls
some
in a
shit?
purse.
Pat. I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told Mitch. I am now ignoring all of your comments until you get on this fucking show.
I love how you said that in responding to a message I put in our private chat, like in the morning.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
Yeah, fuck you. Get on here.
Because I was looking at stuff to look at, and I just
It
looked
worked.
at. Yeah, it did, didn't it? It works great.
All right, Leighton. Not Southeast Florida. It's expensive. You'll have tons of job opportunities, but it's expensive as fuck to live down here, bro. Like Tim was saying,
Yeah, but the
Central
drugs
Florida, like Polk
are
County.
cheap, right?
Central's so nice.
Say again? Yeah, the drugs are cheap. That's the. I mean,
There
if
you
you
go.
want to come down here and like have shit to do and party and have a good time, and you don't mind paying
I just
a
Yep.
little bit extra.
I just drink
Southeast
good
Florida.
whiskey and smoke weed. That's it.
Oh,
Available everywhere.
Yeah, Central
Yeah,
Florida
you
is
can
just
do
really nice because it's not
Yeah, man.
overpopulated like Miami. Miami's a fucking madhouse. Mainly South Florida in general.
I've been to Orlando and Miami both briefly. So I've been looking at, I don't know, kind of two. I've been looking at three options on the table. One is that over
rank
this
them.
next summer, because this is something I've been wanting to do anyway. I either buy a trailer or like a van, and I convert it over to be a camper. Like, do the wood and the insulation and everything on the inside and do the whole thing. Maybe set it up with like the battery banks and like solar, because I figured that would be better in Florida, possibly, because sunlight's a
You
thing.
should.
We don't really have that in
travel
Alaska.
around.
And then what I'd have the option to do is if I wanted to leave Florida for a bit, I could take like a portable studio with me and do my show and stuff on the road, and then travel to certain guests, shit like that, and different events. The other kind of option is that I find, I don't know, like a cheap rental down there and line up work. But the thing is, I'd like to maybe even get a little bit of savings over the summer put aside, so that if I take a van down there, I don't have to get work immediately. I could have a couple months to kind of get a feel for things and get involved with kind of the stuff down there with the liberty part, movement, libertarians and stuff. Because we don't have a ton of people here as far as the Libertarian Party here and stuff like that. So I imagine
So-
there'd be a better opportunity to get together with people down there.
So, what were the 3 places that you were just talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, so
We want to judge
I've
those
just,
places and possibly
Well-
talk shit about them.
I've just heard
Definitely.
like, so I know, there's I think is it Pensacola? I
Okay.
think it's
Okay.
that was one area that I have a buddy that lives in that same general vicinity.
Old
And
people
so
in
he
military.
Rob would like to hear that.
Yeah, he said that that's exactly what he said. It's like a lot of retirees and military people, but there's some places there that are generally cheap. That you can
Because they
get
just
into in
got
some
fucking
areas.
wrecked 3 years ago, and the whole fucking city got leveled. So of course
Oh,
it's cheap.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well let me ask you, like, if there were
Yeah.
give me like 2 or 3 places you guys think would be good spots.
Why did
to
you put
look
that
at.
in the regular chat? I'll put it there. Don't worry about it. Never mind me. Hector's dropping bombs, and I'm fucking posting, bro.
What, the one he put for my fucking?
No, it's on screen.
Oh, all right, back on track. First, Pensacola.
I'm
Ah!
I'd have to go back in my realtor.com thing to look at where I was looking at property and rentals and stuff, but it was Pensacola, some place that's like right next to Orlando, and then another place that was over by like kind of the Keys area, but it was mainly for property because there was a lot of like I think I could build a house. It's something that I've seen done enough in my state that I think I'd like to learn how to do. And so there was a pipe dream of buying like a little piece of property if I had enough money, but I don't think I do. I think I need to look for renting or building a van because that's going to be the cheapest thing to do. Like I could put together a van for like $3,000-$4,000 and then just kind of build onto it as I go. Versus having to have,
I think for your situation, I think the van, the nomad lifestyle, might be kind of cool for a while. I think if you're looking to settle, that's where the conversation changes.
Well, I think once I got down there and got a job, right, and started working for a bit, because I have the van, my housing would be really cheap, and I could store up like cash quicker so that I could get an apartment or a house or something. Or even just say, hey, I'm going to live in this van and tough it out for like a year and save all that money up and then have a down payment on an actual piece of property or a house.
Well,
Tim, I gotta ask: Are you wearing like Sheath underwear or something?
oh, you weren't here for that.
Yeah,
Let me tell
yeah.
you.
Are we sponsored by Sheath now?
No, where did my underwear
but
go?
he decided to do the fucking.
He's got the Michael
cheap
Malice
fucking
color
promo.
scheme.
Oh yeah, here it is. What, the red and black?
I'm terrified to see. What is this? The Swedish penis?
We'll do it
enlarger from
again.
Austin Powers?
We'll do it again. Where are we at?
Oh,
Picture in
oh.
picture. All right. Oh, cool. It's even bigger now. Florida State Park System.
That's what she said.
Okay. Wait, what? Hector, hold on. You can't just
That is
fucking
what she said.
put this shit in private chat. We're going to put it here and we're going to post it here. What does this say? Florida State Park System has an annual pass that lets you camp all year long. Used to go Tim's Balls for first free month. Okay.
So
Here.
It's true though. You can actually camping nomad lifestyle is actually very most of the state. So that's
Oh, yeah.
Is that Matrix underwear?
you can YouTube a lot of this stuff.
I think so, yeah. Okay,
has
so
anyone here watched The Matrix yet?
not the
The new one? No.
It sucks
Right.
actual balls.
I've
Mitt-
been hearing bad things about it,
No spoilers.
even from people
No
not in our
spoilers.
circles.
Mitch, pay
It
attention
can-
to the underwear.
Mitch, this is for you because everybody. Well, Leighton wasn't here either,
White
so
pilled underwear?
both are. Okay, so
Those-
this is how it comes shipped.
Demo-
This is how it comes shipped. It
So
comes
your balls
inside out.
yeah, this is just like sheath underwear.
It is sheath
is
underwear.
sheath.
Do you
It
not
is sheath
recognize
underwear.
that
Okay, so
logo?
That's what I was asking.
But
is
did
this
you
sheath
know?
underwear?
Did you know that there was one sack for your balls and a separate sack for your peen?
Yes.
It's weird, dude. It's weird. And then when you go
It's
to
wrong.
piss,
It's wrong, Crosby.
it's definitely weird. I don't know
It's
if it's wrong
wrong.
because I like it, but feel-
I just can't accept this. This
I'm feeling
contraption.
myself up. Where's it?
I need to go
fucking
consult
party?
a priest.
Oh, it's on
and
the
then
other
hang
side.
Ready
mob
for a man
stories.
of my
Fill it up
such
my-
stature. They don't make them in my size.
Bullshit, they don't.
Last
Bullshit, they
time I
don't.
checked, they went up to like 3XL, and I'm a big boy.
You know, you
You're
guys might
bigger
as well
than
be
3X?
Oh, motherfucker.
Oh,
You guys might
goddamn.
as well be doing an
Bigger than I
advert for
look.
Sheik.
You met me in person. I don't know if you remember that.
No, because we were
Oh.
shitting on that earlier. We were saying
Well,
don't use promo code Malice because you can get
met
40% off on their
Me
website.
twice.
Yeah, I've met you twice. Are you guys okay? Everybody keeps telling me I keep trying to plan this goddamn trips so that I can do it around my vacation days because I get 2 weeks and I can separate them as much as I want. So that's how I am able to go to all the events. Is I just fly in and fly out like a madman. But at this point, I keep getting contracting answers. People telling me I should go to Pork Fest, and then people telling me I should go to. Oh God, it just escaped my brain. There's the event.
I can't think of anything better than PorkFest.
I'm going
Mitch
to Porkfest.
Mitch will know this. All Robbie Bernstein always goes. All the yes, that's it.
As soon as he said Ravi, he's like Childerberg. That's it.
Everybody keeps telling me to go to Childerberg over Porkfest, but Porkfest seems like an event that everybody and their
That's
mother
Austin,
goes
right?
to.
Yo, I just want to throw this idea out there. The Bohemian Grove is a place that anyone can rent.
Yeah,
Should we
Yeah.
rent that place for a weekend for
Wow.
the hell of it?
How
Dude,
much
all
is
the-
it?
No.
all the
I don't
Liberty
know.
Second off.
podcasters.
What? No, come on.
Hey.
Let's rent the Grove.
Hey, fuck the Grove. Hey, I'm gonna give you the sell right now. Look, Childersburg, great. Like there were three
You
things
can't
I wanted to
even
go to.
pronounce Childerberg right. You said Chilsderberg.
Fuck you, drink
That
that.
sounds like a beer.
I will.
Childerberg.
So
That sounds like a Jew made that. I can say
Oh,
that.
come
then
on.
fuck you. Look, the rule of the show is if I fuck up and mispronounce something, you got to drink. So suck it up and drink the fucking drink.
And eat the damn bugs.
Yeah, eat the
I'm
bugs, get in
drinking.
the pod, bitch.
I'm not doing any of that. I will own my own shit. I will live free, goddammit. But nah, there was three things I know I wanted to go to in 2022. Reno,
What?
obviously.
Go ahead.
What do you mean, what?
No, because
What do you
I
mean,
was
what?
looking up to rent the Bohemian Grove, and something else completely different came up, and so we'll
What
get
came
to
up?
that. Say what you want to say. 'Cause
No.
I can't.
No, I'm interested.
I
now.
can't
I'm
even
invested now.
fucking-
I have entered
What?
the chat.
Did you look this up on
I've seen
Google?
them.
I
This is
typed
some
in.
fucked up
I
go shit.
literally hold up. I literally typed
Yeah,
in
I
rent
just
the
want to say
Bohemian
the
Grove.
The Bohemian Grove has a Google reviews page.
Listen, I
Seriously,
typed
let's go
in.
read some of the reviews. They're pretty funny.
I typed in rent the Bohemian Grove.
Very
And
little
the-
Hillary Clinton murder. It was very low recommended. I would not suggest going to this business.
And then it says Bohemian Grove pedo hunting parties and Rent Boy Ranch. And I said, what? And I
Oh.
clicked on it, and the first thing it says is Judaism rejects Zionism.
Hey, I am with those Jews.
And this,
What
Okay.
the fuck is going on right
Okay.
now? Rob, welcome.
All I know is I'm about to go pull up the Bohemian Grove's Google
Merry
reviews page.
Chrysler, everybody.
That's right,
Hey.
man.
Merry
Chrysler.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Smith,
Hey, I can barely hear y'all. I'm trying to figure out something.
Okay,
Put me in the
it
background
turns
for a
out the
second.
Grove doesn't have a website, but they do have a number you could call to reserve.
Oh my God.
yeah, man,
You
Also-
think they're
we'll get
open on
that
Christmas?
tomorrow.
Also, they have they also have Google reviews.
Christmas is
All
the
right.
best time
Oh.
to sacrifice people.
I gotta
I
read
think
some of these.
Pagans
Yeah.
been doing that shit for years.
No, I'm done with this Bohemian Grove shit. We're not renting the Bohemian Grove.
Come on,
Why
man,
the
let's throw a
fuck
party
is
at the
it-
Grove.
We should.
It would be such
It's
a
in
fun Windsor.
California. We gotta wear masks
Can I-
and get jabbed to go.
Can I
there. Fuck
say
you.
that
Nah.
I think this is something I've talked about before? Like
Plenty of pedos
we
in
talk about renting.
Florida. We
you're
don't need
talking-
to export them.
You're talking
Yeah,
about
right.
like renting a place and it would be cool. It would be awesome if like a bunch of the Mises guys got together and just started doing events on their own. Like it would be super easy to do, and it's something I've been looking into because all over like
I've been talking about this. All right, so I'm gonna get back on subject with where I was going with this, and then we're gonna get into that topic because that's an even better topic than what we're talking about now. So there was 3 things I wanted to go to this year: Reno, Porkfest, Childersburg. I ended up choosing 2 of the
Drake.
3. The only reason I didn't-
He's
Drake.
never
I don't
gonna get it
care.
right.
I
Drink.
don't care. Drink anyway. But the reason I didn't choose going to Texas was that it was very close to Reno. So I mean, if you're like you were saying, you're kind of you're in, you're out, go for it. But if you know, I'm somebody who like I don't fly anymore. Every time I've flown since I was 12 years old, I've been picked out for random stops, random checks, wiped down, you know, whatever you want to, whatever you could think TSA could do to you short of like straight up molesting you, I've had it happen to me. So I don't like flying anymore.
Oh, come on. They never slipped a finger in. Nothing.
You ever wonder what happened if you just got into it?
Come on.
I don't want to talk about this.
He was
You
violated.
ever see the video? You ever see the video of the guy like going through TSA and they're just feeling up his shaft, and then they realize what they're touching?
Is that the one where it's like, what is this weapon? That's my cock. And the
you
guy's
could
like, oh
play-
shit.
Couldn't you play that video? That video is like the best internet meme. That was like,
yeah, just look up TSA cock on there.
I want to say the guy is American, or no, you know what? I think he's Russian. Now that I think about it, but it's just one of those things that, man, I've passed that clip around to so many like just lolberts and like leftists who were talking about TSA stuff on Twitter, and I would just respond with that clip. It's completely out of context and just leave it there and just walk away.
That's a proper trolling right there. You just drop something on them and just like, all aboard the troll coaster, pussies. Now I'm going to leave y'all spinning.
Oh God, my entire Twitter. So I started out this last month, beginning of December, I had 9 people blocking me on Twitter. By the end of this last week, last week, I have 67 people blocking me.
Good God. Why are you such a dick?
I had
bro?
over 50. I had over. Dude, have you seen my Twitter?
No, I don't follow that closely.
Oh.
Yo, I gotta bring this up.
Trust me.
You guys ever get blocked by someone who you've never interacted with?
I got blocked by Pete.
Yeah,
Quinona.
all the time.
Yeah, like that's always amazing. Where it's like, oh, what's this? Oh, there's a link to someone's. Wait, I'm blocked by the. I don't even know who the fuck this person is.
I got blocked by Pete Quinones.
What'd you say to Pete?
I actually didn't say anything. I liked a series of tweets and made a meme. And trust me, go look at my Twitter. Other than the elf posts. Say again?
I don't know what he said. What do you say?
Oh, I just. Who, me?
I'm just saying that
Hector.
PQ is super thin skinned from very easily.
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah, so this is my rule on Twitter. Like, I don't directly attack people unless they attack me. But if I see something that I think is funny, there is nothing on this planet that is going to stop me from making fun of it. That is a decision I made a long time ago, and that is in person to people's faces or on Twitter. That is my personality in a nutshell. I might be a stoner, and I'm a chill guy, but that's just how it is. I literally, like, the whole situation with everybody hating on Jose and the Tower Gang people, who I happen to think are hilarious.
I'll fuck them boys. Who them?
And so I make memes for that group, and I now have been graciously added to your Discord chat, and we'll do the same for you, whether you like it or not.
Yes,
And because of
I'm
that,
happy.
because of that, I have somehow garnered a little bit of hate. I've gotten a couple DMs from people who follow me who think that they're being smart by DMing me, telling me that I'm a piece of shit for
Leighton,
supporting a podcast.
Leighton, I just want you to know, if video games have taught me anything, if you're encountering enemies, that means you're going the right way.
Absolutely. So, and that's more my perspective on it at this point. I am somebody who is removed from most of the situations in the LP because, like we said before, I'm separated by a goddamn country. So it's my point of view that, like, if I see something funny, I'm coming from as neutral as a standpoint as you can get from an LP standpoint. Things, I look at it and go, this is my opinion. And I think we're getting too angry at people in the liberty movement for people stating their opinion on something. I don't know if you guys talked about that, but the clip of Dave and the 12 shot meme that has been going around Liberty Twitter for the last few days. That's hilarious to me. I have been like, there are so many great jokes being made. There's so much humor. And yeah, there's a discussion to be had about the thing. But the truth is, like, and I'm not even mentioning who posted it because I don't think those people deserve a shred of our fucking time. The degenerate scumbags that took a clip that's 15 seconds long that's out of context. And if anybody listens to the stuff after it, it sets up a different light. That's the example of the same type of energy that comes from the people who orchestrate things like New Hampshire and Delaware. And those are the type of shitty people that I think we should ignore.
Is this the getting drunk
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on, because I just found the clip. I haven't seen
Oh,
this yet, so
play it.
hold on.
Oh, this is great. Yeah, this will be good because you could play the context.
Getting
I
drunk
haven't.
clip. What is the con? I've never heard of this.
So this is from Part of the Problem, I believe.
Yeah.
From an older episode, I think from a
This looks
Yeah,
like an
look
old
at
episode.
look at the fucking screen. Yeah, it's way older.
So, and
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll bring
there
it back.
is
Hold on.
this is the beginning section of the clip. There's a whole section after this where Dave expands on this idea and goes into some other things that these people didn't add in. They cut out 14 seconds, I think, is the total of the clip, and uploaded.
This one's 2
I
minutes.
mean, that's all they ever.
Oh,
do.
this might be the full context then.
Okay.
So
You ready?
this might be, yeah.
Can you hear it?
No.
What?
No.
You can't hear that at all. You can't
I
hear
hear the muffled sounds of a Jew.
it.
Yeah.
That's them in the chamber. Don't worry,
Oh.
they'll come out soon.
How about
Okay, it should be good now.
Well, let me tell you something. Drunk.
Is that
Okay,
good?
it worked.
Yeah.
All right.
I
good.
hear the
Here,
bassy tones of a Jew now.
All right, rules of the show. If you want me to pause, just tell me to hit pause.
Well, let me tell you something. Drunk sexual consent isn't even a difficult gray area. No,
Pause.
that ain't rape.
It kind of is. I'll just say that to an extent, but yes.
Yeah, you gotta. There's a level to that.
What did he say? Drunk
You go.
consensual rape isn't even rape?
It's
drunk
not
consensual sex isn't rape.
Hold on.
Well, let me tell you something. Drunk sexual consent isn't even a difficult gray area.
So I
Drunk
agree with him. It's not a
consensual sex
difficult gray
isn't-
area.
Yeah.
So it's not a gray area from, I guess, my viewing of the literature on the subject. I guess from a libertarian standpoint, to be the autist in the room, I'll say he's not wrong. Like the argument that's posed is that you give a girl a bunch of shots, she knowingly takes those shots. Is it rape? And that's kind of the dumbed down version of the argument that everybody's spreading. It's a deeper argument than that, because there's implications of like actions that are made, right? So there's kind of a hierarchy of actions. If somebody, you know, knowingly takes 12 shots, at what point do you make the arbitrary ruling that they're not in control of their decisions? And if that's the case, then you're going to make a really weird precedent for a ton of other things that we look at in society and from a legal standpoint. And this
So you're
is
saying that if a chick gets drunk and she has sex with somebody, she can come back later and say it was rape because I was drunk, and like that should be able to stand, because that's a weird precedent.
no,
I mean, that already
that's
does
not,
seem to
that's
stand in the culture
the opposite.
today.
I don't think that
Okay.
that should be able to stand, and that's the argument Dave is putting forward, is that right now people
got no
can do
problem with
that to an extent. Yeah, is that people can do that in an extent, and that's wrong. If somebody gets drunk and does something stupid, in any other case, we hold them accountable, right? If I get in a car drunk and I crash into a group of people, I'm going to get charged with manslaughter of some form or murder of some form. If
All right.
I get drunk and I shoot somebody, I'm going to get in trouble for that, you know, on top of it. So it's just a consistency thing to me.
Any other comment before I push play? Going once?
Play.
Going. Okay.
Well, let me tell you something. Drunk sexual consent isn't even a difficult gray area. No, that ain't rape. If you consent, it's not rape. I'm sorry. That's what rape is. And any rape victim, to say that someone who consented to sex, that an adult who consented to sex went through the same thing they did. No, I'm sorry. If you take 10 shots and then go get in a car and murder someone, you murdered that person. You can't sit there and just go like, I was drunk, so I didn't get in the car and I didn't blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. Now, look, you can discuss the nuance of the morality of somebody being like, of you going out and getting a girl fucking hammered who you know wouldn't have sex with you normally, then getting her hammered and having sex with her when she's 12 shots in. But I don't know, man. If you're 12 shots in and you're stumbling home and you're like, yeah, come here, fuck me, I cry me a fucking river. You didn't get raped. You didn't get raped. I'm sorry. You gave consent, and that might be something you regret. Look, if you voluntarily took the drinks and then you made that decision voluntarily, that's life. Sorry. I just don't know. I can't even work up that much sympathy for you, to be honest. I mean, it sucks, but who hasn't had, believe me, almost everyone I know has a story that difficult or more in their past. Like, if that's the worst of your fucking,
So does anybody have a story? There you go.
All right, tell us your rape stories, boys.
Yeah, I mean that's well, this is what I had people, so my and I just
Well, this one time at Catholic Mass.
this one time at camp.
Oh Jesus.
So I will say one thing. The first clip that was shared was way shorter than that. And it was basically, that was the out of context part that I was referring
They
to.
probably just showed the beginning, right?
Exactly. It was 15 or so seconds of that beginning. And again, he goes into detail on the philosophy there on it. That's exactly what I was just talking about. It's a pretty straightforward argument, I think, from a libertarian perspective, that he didn't say anything in there that I actually think is that like out there. I mean, I don't think actually said anything that's that crazy. I mean, to me, I hear that and I go, that's the philosophy. Like, I mean, the whole point of human action, or that term, or or any kind of voluntary decision, right? And the argument is that somewhere along the line it no longer becomes voluntary. Well, how the fuck does that work? I don't understand how, unless somebody is being coerced or literally physically manipulated, how you make that argument. And giving somebody alcohol that they willingly drink is not physically forcing them to do anything. They knowingly drink that and go into a state where they're inebriated. So it's this weird argument that I see being passed around, and I think it's a giant straw man from a lot of the detractors' points on Liberty Twitter, which is the hell
he
space of the internet.
he even said in his example that the lady got drunk and then said "fuck me" and then
Yeah, literally
regretted
said
it
the
later.
words. Fuck me.
Yeah.
I mean, if you
Oh, come
literally
on,
said
fuck
the
me.
words,
Yeah.
like that's it's. So what are you? And this is the argument that I see a lot of people making. Some might say this is straw man, but so are you saying that woman has no power at that point? She has no authority or ability to say anything. You know, how weak do you think women are? Like, or what is the viewership that
You
you're
know,
coming from to get to this conclusion? Because
I
I
just
don't understand it.
I just realized like the same people that would make this argument against Dave Smith are the same people who would say that there is no age of consent.
Oh, I'll go a step further. The same people who are willing to say this against Dave Smith are the same people who would use 12 shots with a girl to get with her. That is the people saying this on Twitter. Now, I am not a looker,
It's
but I
always the
have
people
made
who are the most guilty
yeah,
of what they
this
criticize
is
others.
projection. It's projection. You know, I'm not somebody who's out there on the dating scene crushing pussy, but the point is that
No, I can't
I'm
believe it.
is that I'm a fucking internet troll, and I know a troll when I see one. And these people are fucking trolls. They're just trolls on the other side of the fence. And I can tell you, as somebody who has a history of trolling people on Reddit and areas like that, much more obscene than Twitter, that the best way to do that and the best way to escape that is to ignore them. And, you know, so putting out the full contexted clip like somebody has done on Twitter like this, or wherever, you know, people can share the real context there, I think is good. Other than that, you know, I think this is a mute subject because it's literally the philosophy. Like, this shouldn't be an
Okay.
argument.
First of all, hold on. We're extending the Josh rules to Leighton. The word is moot, not mute. And I'm sick of people misusing it. Fucking drink.
So do the
literally.
rules apply to all of us or just him and Leighton?
Oh, I'm drinking regardless. But
Why are you mispronouncing
no,
something that I need to drink for?
so I will say, Alaska.
I mean, we're all planning on going to Reno, right?
There you go. Fucking do it again because Mitch wants everybody to get. You have to drink too. It's not like you say a mispronounced word and you're immune.
So this is something.
Nope, I
drink
drink every time I fuck something up.
This night is
every state kind of has its own accent in a way, like a little way of speaking.
No,
in my
you
opinion,
speak American or you get the fuck out. That's the
no.
rules.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, so Alaskans, they like simple. They make every word they say as simple as possible. And if you ever hear when I talk, I have little stupid things that I add into words. Most Alaskans don't have that. All the fat has been trimmed out of the way that they talk. Oh, that is not accurate. I'm sure some of them have tried. But do you have any idea how hard it would be to fuck a moose?
You got to get on a ladder, bro. Step stool,
Dude,
at least.
You need a step stool and tranquilizer. It might be easier to fuck a bear than a moose. I would have that debate.
All right, I want to finish this clip
Moose are
though.
way more
Let's finish this so we can
here's
get
my
Dave off
drink.
our screen. Yeah, there you go.
Story. I'll never forget this one time. I say I never forget, but I am blurry on the details. But it was just one of my favorite things Lewis ever said. But there was some white chick arguing about who was arguing to Lewis about male privilege, and Lewis never brings this up. This isn't like something he like. It's not like a card he plays all the time. But she literally said something to him about male privilege, and Lewis just goes, "Privilege?" He goes, "I'm a brown orphan who was beaten with a hanger as a kid." Well, let me tell you something.
Okay, that's. I don't know why I felt I had to play this, but that was not worth my time.
Also,
that last bit.
Also, same.
Yeah. You were beaten? Is that what you're saying? Same?
Brown orphan
Louis
who
J.
was beaten
Gomez.
with a coat hanger. I think that was a moniker.
Yeah.
I think that's how I identify from now on.
Imagine if they
Brown-
took that out of context.
No, man, that doesn't serve their purpose. You can't do that. Hey,
But no,
I
I'm talking
think
about hearing Dave Smith
we-
say, "I'm a brown man who like."
I think that we were talking earlier about great takeaways or things to be proud of or something like that. Fakertarians, losertarians into obscurity.
Yeah.
I think that is the greatest victory of all. These fucking people have been pushed to irrelevancy, and that's where they belong. Fucking
Whoa.
stay there.
I just wanna go on the record because it was brought up earlier, and I don't think we
Yeah.
properly addressed this.
Let's go.
But I don't know who addressed swamp creatures as the Mises version of Fakertarians.
I was looking for it. I couldn't
What
find
the
it.
My
fuck?
whole dick
who was it?
Where
sideways.
did that come
Who
from?
the fuck was it?
I thought
Yeah,
it was
because
late.
that's no bull fucking
okay.
shit.
Okay.
I didn't say that shit.
Somebody, I heard it through the grapevine, so I can't confirm or verify this statement. But somewhere in the fucking metaverse of
Was
goddamn
it Hector
ugly
then?
social media,
That
I think it
didn't
was
come.
Hector who said that. Who told me that somebody had referred to swamp creatures as the Mises Caucus version of Fakertarians.
Oh no.
And like I said,
I could've-
you can suck
Own
my
up,
whole
bitch.
dick
Don't write like
sideways.
that.
Why don't you come on? Come on, swamp creatures, and you can talk about it, bro.
Whoever said that. Let's go.
I'll wrestle you in
Come
Reno.
on, swamp creatures.
Waldenberger never replied. I need another opponent. Somebody fill in.
Josh Smith versus Josh Halavka. Leighton versus Waldenberger. It's going to be
We're gonna keep just
event not
harassing
to miss.
Waldenberger. Fuck him.
This card is still being built.
It's awesome.
I have no communications with Waldenberger. I do not have him blocked on Twitter. He is the only one out of all those pussies that I do not have blocked on Twitter because I'm waiting patiently for a reply.
I mean, there's got to be a number of other like ones we could get, but it just wouldn't be the same.
Oh,
you know?
you know what? Hudak. I would love to like, cause he's so light. I feel like I could actually like put him over my knee, like spank him, like he's 9 or 10. Yeah, like I'm beating him like a good old Christian father. Just give it to him.
I mean, I was gonna say James Weeks, but you know that's a whole other one.
Oh, that's fine.
With fear, I hear.
Oh no, absolutely not. I will take. I'll take 10 shots before it happens, and then I can't consent to it. Apparently, then once I enter the fight, it's completely off my shoulders. I could just sue him and put him into the ground. That's how it works.
Mitch's oof counter must be ridiculously high right now because his head has been in his
Hey!
Oh my God, I'm laughing my ass off.
There's
That's
a
why.
reason why I have 50 people blocking me on Twitter.
So I checked. I have 23 now. I had like 6 3 months ago, so I'm doing something right.
Hey,
Is there a way
have
to
you
check
guys?
who has you blocked?
No, not
Who,
that I
me?
know of.
In
general, there's a way to you can see the number, but you can't see who directly.
Oh, well, that's what I'm talking about.
I know
Give me a number. Let's
Joe
treat this like a
Bishop
score.
Henchman has me blocked.
Joe Bishop Henchman?
JBH has me blocked. Yeah, JBH has me blocked on Twitter.
I wonder if JBH has me blocked. I'm excited now. I really hope I am.
I gotta check.
Go double check.
Wait,
What's
I
his?
wasn't.
What's his?
JVH was so butthurt resignation that he went around and just mass blocked a bunch of people that he never even interacted with. We were just blocked by him too.
I'm not blocked.
I'm
I
not
could call
blocked.
him
I'm
I
insulted.
could call him a Jew cuck and see how fast I can get it though.
What's his Twitter handle
That
again?
feels like easy mode. You know what I
I'm
mean?
allowed to do that though. I'm
But-
like
but-
the
but
only
how do you
guy.
call it?
Hey, I have 10% European Jew in me. Ancestry says so.
Hey, brethren,
There you go.
I'm not even joking.
let's go and fight with the
I can play the
Palestinians.
Elizabeth Warren card.
You won't. No balls. Let's get Reed Coverdale. Me, you, and Reed Coverdale. We might be the only 3 guys. We'll just.
Wait, is Reed also Jewish?
No, Reed is constantly posting Israel posting, as I like to call it. He's my brother in arms. This based Israel on Twitter. It's the best account in the world. Reed Coverdale's a goddamn treasure.
Well, shit. Now I'm wondering who
Dude.
might have me blocked.
Yep, Joe
Oh.
Bishop Henchman has me blocked.
Did you guys see? Or I'm assuming you guys have the Mises Caucus Facebook group. And Mitch, you have Dave Smith's meme stash, dank meme stash, which is
Yes.
probably my second favorite group on Facebook now, because
Thank
I
you. I'm trying to
post
get-
all of my extra like memes that I'm just like going through that I don't think are super bad, because some of the stuff I keep on Twitter only.
On that note, I just want to say, people, go join Dave Smith's Dank Meme Stash, because we are going to use the power of meme magic with a K at the end, with a K, because that matters,
Yes,
to meme Dave Smith into the presidency, just like that movie with Robin Williams.
K is
absolutely.
for Kike, and
And-
those are the Jews, and we can't trust them.
We're
And
using
I'm gonna do
sigil
and I
magic,
approve
damn
that
it.
message. See,
My fellow
see, I-
shitlords, by the power of Pepe and I don't know who else, we must use the same magic that they used to give us Donald Trump.
So I started posting the elf posts, which I have been referring to them as.
Yes,
which-
blown up.
Oh, the fags on bags?
So I am the one who So I saw a shitty elf post on Facebook, and it gave me this idea to do the same thing with people in the liberty movement as a whole. And so some of them have gone up on Facebook, some of them have gone on Twitter. I have sent people, anybody who messages me, I will send you the whole folder of the whole shit show. There's like 22 of the things. But
Jesus.
they're great and they're hilarious. The problem is I have angered half of the group of Mises Caucus members on the actual Facebook group. If you go to the comment section,
Oh
of
God,
my
they get so
two
mad.
most, it's hilarious. If you go to the comment section of the two most recent elf posts that I put up in the actual caucus group, there is 5 or 6 comments of people angry that I am making these things and that the moderators are allowing me to post them. I'd like to point out to everybody, the moderators let me post them because they happen to think they're fucking funny. And if you don't,
Mhm.
oh well. I saw comments of people who I think genuinely didn't know who the people in the photos were. And if that is the case, then my God, do some reading.
Dude, they got so angry. There were people like, you need to
I
be
made
banned.
one of
You need to
you.
be kicked from this group. I know.
I
they
made
got
one
so
of you.
mad. Bro, you need to stop this shit. You need to be kicked out of this fucking group.
Yeah, it's insane.
Like,
they were so angry.
Is it just
I mean,
because it was like really corny dad joke shit?
they're not even that corny. Some of them were hard to come up with. I'd like to point out some of
Some of
those
them
are
I didn't
not easy.
understand.
I
I
can
don't
explain
understand half
every
of them.
single one of them. Bring them up. I'll tell
Okay.
you each one.
What? Send me the folder right now, and we'll go
I will
through 'em.
send you. Give me 1 second.
Uh,
I'm gonna give it
I'm
to you on
hurt.
Twitter.
Swamp creatures or me?
I can do yours.
It doesn't
Send it to
matter. I
Swamp
just need to
Creatures.
know
I'm
where
gonna
to go.
steal these for this dank meme.
You're not following me.
I'm following
What?
you. You're
Okay,
mine
wow.
all.
I'm probably not, because I stopped following
No,
people once I hit
No,
69.
I have my main Twitter account is not Mon Paul.
What?
That's
Bullshit.
why you're
Check
not
again.
seeing them.
Check
My
again.
main. You
What is
just followed
yours?
me. My main Twitter account is at Liberty Layton.
Yeah, I'm following you. That's what it says right here.
Yeah. Clearly, that's a new precision. So I'll just start sending them as we go along here, and you can go through them. So this is.
I'll pull them up. I got the share screen, entire screen.
Dr. Monpol is not amused.
We are waiting.
Dude, that is the best troll account out there, just simply based off the fact that it came off of Legion of Skanks.
We got to end the Fed, man.
All right, this is the first one. But I mean, you're
Restore
sending them all.
monetary policy.
I'll have you send them all.
Bring back the
There's
gold
Josh.
standard.
So
That's
there's-
almost as good as the "My Body, My Consent" meme. That
Which
I
one
made.
was that? Who is that? I can't
There's
see.
Josh in there. Josh is in that one.
So one of these involves a Nicki Minaj album
Yeah, what
cover.
was the one with Josh? What was that one?
Oh, that's
oh my
actually
god! I figured it out immediately when he sent it to me. No, fuck him. He's got to figure it out on his own.
Josh Smith on the mosh pit.
one of the
Fuck,
ones
I
I
know.
just one of the ones I just sent you is the wrong photo. I'm sorry.
Yes, it's Chris.
Yay!
Leighton,
Santa!
you tell us what that one was. Come on, man. You can't leave me hanging like that.
Which
Josh
one?
and Amash, you
Josh and
retard.
Amash and Rockwell and Abel.
Josh and Amash.
I
And
mean, you could have just
Rockwell
put
and
Justin
Abel.
Amash in a mosh pit.
No,
Dang
that
it.
wouldn't have been fun. I wanted to do one with Josh because I just had a
Justin A.
conversation
Mosh.
with him on Twitter and it popped in my head.
Okay.
All right, what's next?
I don't know. I'm waiting for it.
I said,
Okay. Heist in a clamp? Like
So
what?
this
Heist in a
angered a lot of
vice.
people. Can I
Okay.
tell you exactly what happened here? Google head in a vice right fucking now. And I want to talk to every motherfucker on Facebook who gave me shit. Google head in a fucking vice and see what
It's
comes
a
up.
sequence, bro.
It's right fucking there. It is the
What is
fifth
it? Hold
fucking
on.
photo. That is a vice. I don't care. I know it's a clamp. My dad told me it's a clamp. I showed it to him afterwards, and he informed me that that is indeed a clamp. Suck my dick. It's a fifth photo there. I got so much shit. It's the fifth photo.
tell us
I
how you
just-
really feel.
That right there with the old. Yep.
So I
Ball
did an
guy.
alternate version of Rockwell with a bell, and that was this one that I just sent you there. That was fun.
Rockwell and
Um,
Lowell.
One of these has got a Nicki Minaj album cover. Now she is technically clothed. She has a thong on, so I'm gonna send it. It should be fine because I guarantee you this album cover's on there. But that is,
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
that is Dickie on a Nicki, which I thought was, which I felt was highly amusing. And this is Jose in a sleigh, which was kind of in the same vein at the same time.
The whole Tower Gang's there.
Yeah, it was great. And so this was
Fucking
by demand on the Facebook page originally, which is obviously I got the shout out from the guy himself.
Reese's on the Reese's. Yeah.
So we've got 1 second, I'm bringing up another one here. Oh, this was a good one. This is Reed Coverdale on a weed scale, which I thought was
That's what I was gonna ask you.
Okay, that one I didn't get because I thought on a scale, Reed.
dude, that was a
Coverdale on a
double.
scale.
That was a
Coverdale on a
double
scale?
rhyme. That one was hard to do. It took me a
Weed
second to
Coverdale
do it.
on a reed scale. Yeah, okay.
And
Problem
this
is those
was-
are two
On a weed
words.
scale.
okay, so like you bite me. This is Joshua Smith on a cliff.
That was an
Uh-huh.
easy one.
Yeah.
And if you guys didn't watch this cartoon growing up, you're not Americans, and go back to Russia where you belong. This is a great one.
Who is that?
Who is that?
Garbage Man.
Okay, in a water vein.
It's Garbage Man
In a
with
water
Storm
drain.
Drain. Storm Drain.
Storm drain, whatever.
Storm drain.
Yeah.
Water drain, storm drain.
I don't know this guy. He doesn't mean anything to me. Sorry, guy. That I don't know.
Sorry, garbage man.
Next
Whoever you
one's
will
in.
be, I'm sure you're a cool guy.
Dude, he's gonna eat you live on Twitter, and it's gonna be hilarious.
Who is that?
Hotep,
Is that Hotep on?
Think about it. Think about it.
Hotep and
Come on.
Kanye West.
Think about it.
I can't.
Come on,
No.
you can come up with it. This is not hard. It's Jesus on Yeezus.
Jesus on Yeezus.
on, man.
Oh,
I had to think about it for a minute. You had to give me a minute.
No.
That was actually pretty good.
I'm
I
too
wonder
white.
whatever happened to the Book of Jesus. You guys remember that when Kanye made the Book of Revelations, the Book of Genesis, he re-released it, but every reference to God was replaced with Kanye and Jesus.
Jesus on Jesus. I would never have gotten this. I'm too white for this crap.
Seriously,
I'm just black enough.
Dude, I have spent hours at work doing this shit.
Which
What
one's
am I
this?
looking at now?
I see a building.
Yeah.
I don't even know who
some
that is.
people, if you ever, so Eric July, used to run track. He was
Okay.
very good at it. This is Eric July in Mumbai.
I thought that was like Chicago or some shit.
No,
Yeah,
it's
that's what
like
I was
this.
thinking too. Like,
It's this really tall
It looked like
building.
Dubai.
Your autism is too strong. I don't know what the.
This one's fucking great. I was proud of this one.
I'm waiting for it.
Go.
Boom.
Rothbard on the golf cart.
Yes.
yeah.
It just makes sense. This is a really good.
It
meme
doesn't
I
even
made.
rhyme.
Rothbard
This
on
is
the
a
golf
really.
cart.
This is not that, but this is a really good meme I made of
Smith on the Libertarian Party takeover.
Yeah.
So
That's-
this was actually kind of a troll post because I wanted to get this meme picked up by the other side, and it worked. 2 accounts associated with the group that shall not be named actually referenced this meme on Twitter and like quote tweeted or tweeted out or screenshotted it and put it out. And it was like, this one is the Tom Woods one, which I think this was perfect. And this edit is great. I was proud of this.
Woods in the hood.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah.
Which not only rhymes but is
I
think
would believe it that Tom Woods is gangsta, especially after the party that was his 2000th episode.
Oh God! You know what? I keep going back to
Tom
that
Woods
event
was
and
a
talking.
square. He didn't even come out and hang out with us.
Bro, come on, man, don't deny it. You don't remember Tom Woods snorting coke off that hooker's ass?
Yeah, it was a blast when
Tom Woods has a party animal side, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. No, you know what? That event was the best event I've been to in so long. I mean, just a long time. This was the second one that I made that I just sent you.
Hold up, but you have my favorite name, and I know like everybody loves you, and I've never got a chance to talk to you. If you want to join, hold up, go here, and the link is posted there.
That's Matthew.
I want to have the Matt Butts in the screen. So get your ass in here. Rewind if you have to. Go ahead.
He's a meacock.
I know he is, but
he's awesome.
I've never got a chance to talk to him. I hear so many good things about him. I never got to talk.
You know what? I don't think I have either. I've seen him in a ton of chats.
Yeah. More memes. Feed the memes. Here's another one. Guys, what the fuck?
Dave in the cave.
That one was pretty.
The second one.
Dave in the cave. Yeah.
This is the Alex Jones one, which nobody saw. No one saw this one, so it's kind of more underground. But I thought that was pretty great. And if you look really close, there's an Easter egg in the signatures, which is Dave Smith and Reed Coverdale.
Yeah.
This was the best edit, and I think it turned out great. Which is the obvious. And it looked great. I found an old dude in a helicopter, and I was so happy. I was so happy. I was like, I found this old dude in this helicopter, and it's gonna work perfect. Hayek in a kayak.
Yeah.
Which is just the obvious one. But I thought the edit turned out all right. It was fine.
There we go. It took a second. Yep. No, it was pretty good. Blends in. Nice.
Yeah. It was fine.
You're taking a break from being Santa? Well,
and this was the first one that I made. And that's where I'll end it for now, because I don't want to keep scrolling through these.
I'm leaving that up while I go back. Okay, Ron, time to break out of the old ball. Wait, what?
It's actually Paul on the wall. And a lot
Ah.
of people didn't get this one, but if you look, he's hanging on the wall with the rest of the shit in the background. And then I put writing on it,
Looks
and
like he's hanging on a string.
it was a boomer meme. And then it started because it got a ton of traction. And then, dude, that Michael Malice one, which was the best one that I made, which took the longest to do. Which actually I'll send you real quick. The Michael Malice one, uh,
Malice on the
got
Chalice.
like, no, that one wasn't me. I did one that was better. And that whoever that was trying to steal my thunder, damn it. But I did one better than Malice on a Chalice. I did Malice in a Palace. And I made it look awesome.
I didn't
I
realize
put
that was
like,
That's what it was? That was one of the
Wow,
ones I
Mal-
couldn't figure out.
oh, really?
Wow.
All right, I just sent it. I spent the most time on this one, and I thought it
I
was
just saw
awesome.
Malice with
Yeah.
Molotov cocktails, and I was like, what the fuck?
But can I tell you what's insane? According to my Twitter analytics, over like 11,000 people saw this fucking meme.
pretty good.
which is cool. I was like, all right, awesome. But look at the
Whoever won the contest between Utah and Florida.
I'm not sure.
You don't know what I'm talking about? There was a Mises
They kind
caucus.
of gave up halfway in there.
Wait, what?
It just turned into a flame. It just turned into a flame war. And at the very beginning, they were
So there was no
doing
declared
the right
winner?
thing, but then there was no declared winner.
Bullshit. There should have been a declared winner. It started
Florida
off so
wins
great.
by a DQ. Since no one's declared it, I'm declaring it.
Yeah, because that was
Mormons
the
are more
funniest.
likely to be recruited by the feds.
That was one of
Florida
the
wins by
funniest.
default.
That was one of the funniest interactions on Twitter that I had seen in a long time. Was just those two Twitter accounts and just the fucking shit show that ensued.
Yeah, and Reed messaged us like halfway through it, and he's like, "So are we ever gonna like talk about real shit, or are we just gonna keep shitting on each other?" Like,
Just
either
keep
one.
shitting on each other.
Tim, you should
Yeah.
bring up the last message I sent you with the Malice one to give context because I want to see if you get it. Because a lot of people this one got the most traction. It got a ton of likes on Facebook, like a collective of like 500 likes, which for Facebook is pretty good. Like for me anyway. But it's
guess
Malice.
I heard that it was Palace, so I have to say Palace. But looking at it by itself, like I see the Queen, I see the Anarchy, I see the
I
Molotov.
think people just thought it looked cool.
Yeah, I guess you might be right. It did
doesn't-
look cool.
Yo, guess who's here, Mister?
Is that Malice wearing shoes?
We don't. Yes, it is. But
Uh-oh.
but this is the butt.
Oh.
Oh, we lost butts. We have no butts.
No.
No.
But yes, he is wearing sheath underwear. Look at this hunk.
People keep asking me
that's
what I
me.
use
Hunk
to
with the
edit
junk,
my
right?
memes. I use literally a basic eraser app and then just Canva. But I keep getting Twitter DMs of random people in the Liberty Circle asking me what I use to edit.
What are they fucking like? Come on, man. You can use anything. It's a meme. It doesn't have to be high quality. It can just be funny.
I don't know. There's
Yeah.
fucking people on Twitter are weird.
Twitter
That's
is my
Twitter for
favorite
you.
place and my least favorite place at the same time.
I am beyond Twitter. I transcended to forums and chat boards years ago. And all these people who are still on Twitter rather than dunking on people on Reddit and all the other chat boards that are out there, I keep trying to get people to get Joshua Moon into the Libertarian Circle. This needs to be a thing that happens. Joshua Moon runs a site called Kiwi Farms. It is the last amazing
Kiwi
place on the
Farms, yeah.
fucking internet. And no one from the Libertarian Party has reached out to this dude. He doesn't have a massive following. Like, somebody get him on a podcast. This dude is a free speech advocate. He literally runs a website that allows people to say their real fucking opinion. Like that, and has been doing it for years and has dealt with lawsuits. If anybody knows Nick Rekieta, he's covered those lawsuits. This is somebody who is like, in my opinion, somebody like before I knew what libertarianism was, I was like, this is the dude. Like, this guy was on chat streams saying shit that nobody has, like, beyond cancellation shit, and he's the ultimate internet badass, and nobody knows who the fuck he is, and it's depressing.
But
Butts, you there?
Did we get Matt in here?
I can't hear him. I can
I
see him. I
can't
can't
hear him
hear
either.
him.
Is he
I
muted?
can't even see him. I
Can't hear him.
see his picture. Like, I see his.
Yeah.
his
I'm on my
avatar.
4th drink, and I have to work.
I
You
see.
guys are bad influences.
Nah, you should stay
Yeah,
up,
they tend to
man.
be that way.
Yeah, we'll be all right, dude. What do you got? What do you do for work? You ain't gotta do shit.
I'm a night auditor. I do accounting and shit too.
Oh, dude, you'll be fine. Just go operate the forklift.
That's
Dude,
right.
everybody thinks I've had multiple people ask me if I'm a Fed now because I said I do accounting, and they think that I work for the fucking IRS. Actually, the IRS can like take the longest of sticks up the ass. I look down on any accountant or auditor who works for those scummy individuals because I had the opportunity to. I could have taken a job working for those pieces of shit.
You should do it and then just not do your job. See how long it takes them to fire you. You could save people thousands on their taxes. You haven't thought this through, my good sir. You could be a monkey in the cogwheel or wrench. Yeah, you could do
No,
it.
Leighton, I respect it just because I know tons of accountants who hate the fucking IRS and actively
Live on
work
the
to
couch.
milk them for everything they're worth. Yeah, I know.
I have given multiple people advice tax wise on how to get out of shit.
Told you. That's the
'Cause
accounting
that's-
world. I swear to God.
But just a reminder, no financial advice on this show.
God damn it.
Absolutely
Here we go.
not.
Just to play it safe. None of this is financial advice.
Buy Bitcoin, but also there's no financial advice on this
Exactly.
No.
Buy Bitcoin and gold, not financial advice.
Silver, buy silver.
But also
But
not
don't,
financial
because
advice.
this isn't financial advice, but also silver.
Yes.
What? Silver? I just bought 4 ounces
Also-
today. Woo!
Also,
Dude.
just hoard copper pennies.
So Tim, you are
Doesn't
another
cost you
person
anything.
who likes
Anytime you get a penny
silver.
in 1982 and prior.
Silver
I'm
is the
listening.
best thing ever because anybody can buy it. It's cheap as shit. Like, literally throw $30. You can get silver on eBay. Okay? Like,
that-
You
don't
gotta be
even-
careful with that shit, bro.
I
No,
like the sentiment, but I hate the logic because the logic says anyone can buy it and anyone can buy copper, and I don't see any value in buying copper.
There's no
Copper,
value
though-
in buying copper.
Okay,
Although
copper.
doomsday
No.
prepping.
I want to talk about that aside from doomsday prepping. With copper,
But
they're
we can't hear
slowly-
you. Speak up whenever your mic's active, but we can't hear you right now. Go ahead.
The copper, they are slowly taking all that out of circulation. Notice pennies 1982 and prior.
But the circulation isn't where it gets its value. It's from the metal conducting properties.
Well,
and
when it becomes less and less available, the rareness of the coins themselves and the novelty of them will hold up. This isn't a non-doomsday scenario. In a doomsday scenario, the copper plays many, many other roles.
Ammunition.
Aside from a currency, ammunition, many electrical purposes, really comes down to what
Alright,
you could use it
so
for.
so buy 20 pounds of copper and just sit on it forever.
Dude,
That's
just look
what
at your
every-
fucking
Right,
change.
yeah.
Like, one
Yeah.
second.
Tim,
Yeah.
what you just said is exactly what everybody should do. They should
Yeah.
just buy a brick, sit it in their closet, and make sure you have it. Because
Yeah,
why
just
not?
forget about it because it's gonna sit there.
Listen, every gun owner. Now I'm gonna laugh.
Copper pennies, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So
he
I'm
said
an
gun.
auditor. Like I go through
All
coins.
from just what I've gotten from change.
I'm an auditor. I go through coins all night, and I can tell you that you can visibly see them in the last year removing the shit from the currency. They have ramped it up because the U.S. government recognizes that pennies are worth money. And so they're going to take them out of the circulation, and eventually they'll melt them down for the actual weight value. Copper pennies are quite literally worth more. And they've actually, in many areas, I'm not sure federally, made it illegal to melt them down.
Worth those copper pennies, son.
Where they've literally said if you melt these coins down that you own, you can get charged with a crime for doing that. So clearly the government has recognized that this holds value. I can tell you as somebody who sorts money, if you have any job like mine where you have the opportunity to have a bucket of new pennies sitting there and swap them out for the old ones, you can make bank because
that
you
on a
can
regular.
stock all those copper pennies. Now, I will say, buy a 10-pound brick of copper. Like, find a local person in your state so you don't have to deal with shipping. Buy it from them, put it in your closet, and forget about it. As a gun owner, like, I love the saying, I'd rather have it and need it, or I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and have it.
Right.
Or and not have it, whatever, however, whiskey.
I know what you mean.
But
yeah,
you know the saying. So my point is that, if you got that copper sitting in your, just like we talk about Bitcoin, like even if you don't look at Bitcoin as being, yeah, exactly, badass. If you don't look at Jesus
Fucking
Christ.
It's a horrible angle. I can't tell what is that. I can see a pistol.
it's not. Hold on. How do I
Think
switch this
So
back?
can I tell you guys the cheesiest thing ever? I don't actually own
Peter?
any.
How do you
This
live
is-
in Alaska and you don't own any guns?
No.
This is a
I
Red
didn't say
Rider.
that.
This is a
I
Red
don't
Rider.
own any modern style firing guns.
This is
I
loaded
don't.
right now.
So I like quick draw and like that style
Like
shooting,
revolvers?
western shooting. So I like 30-30s and Winchester Model 94s and like lever action shotguns and stuff like that, revolvers.
So
Um,
okay, so controversial opinion that I must ask everyone on this program now.
What?
911 or a Glock?
Glock.
Glock.
9/11.
Really?
So can
You
I
just
tell
want to
you?
be different. You
So,
just want
so
to be.
no, so let me tell you my
No, I'm a
reasoning
big
here.
9/11 fan.
So can I
Bullshit.
tell you?
I'm an old school boomer 9/11 fan.
I see what he's doing.
I happen to like the 911 because it's an explosive gun. It has the ability to fire multiple rounds at, say, Twin Towers, and being that it has the ability to do that. No, but with all seriousness, like in
Legit
general,
though. Go.
in general, I like Glock simply because the ammunition, the ability to hold more rounds. If we're talking about a double stack 1911, it's a different story, but no one's talking about that.
You get
They're
the-
talking about
Glock
they're
or
talking
the dog
about
gets it.
single stack, old school government issue 1911s, the M1A1 Browning, or something along those lines in shape and size. And the issue with that gun is you've got 7 rounds plus 1 in the chamber. You've got 8 rounds. I don't care whether it's a 45. I carry a 44
That's
Magnum
7
when
more than I
can,
need.
because I'm dealing with bears, so you got to have stopping power. If you're out here in the woods, you need to have something that can stop something's big. A 45 ACP is a fine round, and the whole like argument of like that's the round our granddads used, and is great. It's a good argument because it is a good ammunition. It has a lot of stopping power behind it, and if you shoot somebody with it, it's gonna kill them. But that being said,
Next time, butts. Anytime.
I think that it
All
just
good.
A Glock holds, even if you're talking about a Glock 19 or a Glock 17 or whatever, you're talking about like it on average probably like 14, 15 rounds, I think, or something like that. I don't have a Glock because, like I said, I'm into revolvers. But I'm assuming you're talking like 14 to 15 rounds. If you have an extended clip in the thing, you could be talking about like 21 or 22. So
what is the question here? Like, I don't see why
Colt or Glock. Here's what I'll say. Here's my opinion on the
Colt
whole
or Glock.
Colt or Glock. The 1911
Oh no,
Glock.
The question was 1911 or Glock.
1911 or Glock. Fuck you, I've been drinking.
Because what's the first?
Colt or Glock?
Here's what I will say. Here's my opinion on the whole thing.
I'm definitely riding with Colt.
I am totally Glock because I have a Glock and I'm biased. But here's the thing. Colts are really nice. 1911. Damn you, Josh. 1911s are really nice because they fucking, I don't know, man. They are classy and they look cool. Like if you were fucking a mob boss, you are going to have a 1911 because that shit's a status symbol.
No, it's a
With
Makarov.
Glock,
I had a Makarov.
Okay, let me finish. So
Makarov's a sexy gun.
So
it's a sexy. You know
what is that? A K9?
It's fucking fake, is what it is. It's not a real gun. It's like a spring-loaded gun.
It's a BB gun.
It's supposed to be a Beretta, is what it's supposed to be. But
yo,
like the dogs are freaking out. Just shut up.
So with Glock though, the benefit is there's a lot of different modifications and attachments you can do to that you can't really do to a 1911.
I don't care. This is the important question.
I just want to shoot you.
I don't know, man. I want to pimp out my Glock. I've been looking at some YouTube videos and I'm just like, fuck, I really want to get some of these attachments and do some shit to this thing. Do some tinkering.
From the sheath model, 2 hours of sitting there, how your balls feel?
Okay, my balls feel fine. That convenient pouch in the front is awesome because you just don't have to expose your ass or any extra parts. It's just a slip of the dick, and it's just straight out.
And it makes Jesus Christ cry.
Also, Brandy wanted me to tell you that this Beretta here, she bought 6 of these on eBay or whatever. You see how there's no orange tip, right? These are fake. Yeah. The first one she sold went to Compton. So, whatever that's worth. Somebody in Compton is getting stuck up with a fake ass gun. But no. Hey, man. It's been a good show. It's been a good show. If we cut off the Christmas music because somebody's got sensitive ears.
Going back to highlights. I just wanted to say one highlight that I learned. The great thing I learned this year was a gun buyback. I'd never heard them do this or this be able to be done where, but you can basically set up your own table down the street from a publicized gun buyback and just pay people more than what the local police are doing, and then go resell it. Man, because you're always going to be able to beat those guys. Like, what is it, $50 or something for some of these guns that they're giving back? And you can just
people were making homemade guns out of like fucking. Yeah, they were making them out of fucking like 2x4s and springs.
Well, there was the one guy who kept on like making homemade pipe guns and selling them to the buyback.
He was taking a piece of plywood, like a 2x4, and cutting it to the exact dimensions that they had listed, and then taking a barrel length and a fucking firing pin, and basically it technically could fire. Like, so if you mailed one of those and it costs less than $100 to build, and that's what they're giving back per rifle, you can go in there and basically print money, just like you're the Fed.
My dog's gonna bite your face off.
I can't fault a guy for doing that. But
that's great.
A highlight of this episode that I want to bring up too. I seriously think, and this is spur of the moment drinking idea. I think we should do Swamp Fest at Bohemian Grove.
One of these moonshine peaches, huh? You want one of those? Is that good? You like?
We have enough forests and swamps.
Josh, I know you heard my idea, Josh. Swamp Fest at the Bohemian Grove. Let's do it.
You're fucking stupid. No.
Yes. We're gonna have a festival
be-
in Bohemian Grove.
Can I be
No.
completely obvious? Can I be completely honest though? I
Drink,
think that if
Drake. What?
you whore. I
Think of all the
if-
things we could do in front of that owl statue.
I'm about to agree with you, but on a different point. If a group of people, even if they don't have a big following, got together and put together an event, I think it would be a success. Because in each one of these big states that has an LP represented, kind of representation or kind of bigger group behind it, they all have one thing in common, which is the fact that there's a bunch of people who are standing around at any given time, not doing anything at fucking all. So if you can get those people to an event, you can make money. So somebody who has a little bit up front. Now I'm saying this is 100% capitalist idea. This is not some like I want to grow the LP bullshit. This is, although it would do that. This is if somebody with a little bit of knowledge and know-how got a group of people together, much like we're doing in a call right like this. They could plan events in certain states where there's a concentration of libertarians and use that as a business model. And I'm surprised nobody's doing it at this point. Because you look at Florida and you go, if you did an event every 2 months in Orlando or some city like that in Florida that's kind of central, that has kind of areas surrounding it, you could get, even if you were talking 200-300 people in the entire state through marketing.
Everybody knows that Central Florida is where we make all the money.
The libertarians are a mercantile people. I don't know if you know that.
or New Hampshire for that matter, like New Hampshire, Florida. You could make an argument for planning some bootleg events in like New York and those areas, even, where you might get less attendance, but you could do something really kind of viral in a sense. I think stuff like that needs to be explored because the LP ain't doing that shit. Like, they don't care.
Sure.
If I can,
and I agree with you.
Go, Josh, and then
Go, Josh. This is you.
I'm gonna let Mitch go.
Fucking hell! Somebody go! Grab the ball.
Say, man, like you have places like Jekyll Island where you could do shit that I don't know.
Okay,
like, why don't we do more shit there?
You can get it.
Sure.
Okay, so just an idea off the top of my head. You can go. Okay, you can go and rent out a giant like area like what we did with Tom Woods, and that costs a lot of money, right? You're gonna have to put out quite a bit of overhead. But if you've got 100 people, you could definitely find rental properties in these areas big enough for that kind of attendance that would probably be cheap enough that you could get your overhead low enough that you were not charging an absorbent amount. You could even go as far to set up, plane tickets and things like that you can do through travel agent vouchers and things along that line, which gives you kind of a tax break if you're looking for that. But there's certain things you can do like that to make more money. And I like to see the gnome weigh in on this, or whatever the fuck that thing is that Tim's got up there. I think that's wait, you know who that is? That is Toad from Tower Gang. That is actually Toad from Tower Gang. He decided to join the show today. He came on.
I went to the Tom Woods event and I literally ordered a 9/11.
9/11.
Yeah.
You ordered a 9/11 cocktail.
A Manhattan with 2 kamikaze.
I will never get over that story of hearing him do that. Like, I just go up to the bar and I want a Dos Equis, and the one guy's ringing me out, and then over my shoulder I just hear, I want a 9/11, and I the bartender, a what? Oh, yeah, Manhattan with 2 kamikazes. And I turn around and that's fucking Toad.
So great. It was so great.
Anyway, so I like all your ideas and they all sound great. But fuck
Even
all
Bohemian
that.
Grove?
Fuck all that. Look, I'm gonna keep it really real with y'all. There is 49 other lesser states, and then there's Florida. Where the fuck do you reside? I ain't trying to
Fuck
fuck with any
you.
of these other lesser states. Sorry, Leighton. I know you're gonna move to Florida eventually.
I can
You're
fit you in
honorary right
Alaska's
now.
ball sack.
And that's fine. We don't want to be in Alaska's ball sack. We're already America's whole dick. Why would we want to be a ball sack? I heard none of what you
Enjoy the
said,
probing
Tim, but
from
I'm
the
sure you
aliens
sound
up
great
there.
saying. Nope, you're muted, bro. You just were gargling your mic. Anyway, Florida Freedom Fest. I've been talking about this for a while now. We need to create our own version, a Florida version of Pork Fest.
Yeah.
Fuck all this nonsense. Fuck going up to New Hampshire every year. It's cold there. There's moose. It's fucking 40 degrees in the middle of July and June. Fuck that. Come down to Florida in the middle of fucking what? March? When the rest of your fuck ass states for the most part are like 30 degrees and snowy. We're here in 85-degree weather. The sun's shining. The iguanas are crawling. The gators are rolling. We're having a great time. This is where we could make a ton of money. If you want to talk about a capitalist perspective, I want to create an event that rivals Pork Fest in Florida year to year. And that's going to take a monumental task to have happen. But if you wanted to ask me what if I had to look over and like, hey, what's your 5-year, 10-year plan? Create an event that rivals Pork Fest in Florida every year consistently.
Yeah, so to add on to that, I think that and this is kind of what I'm saying is Florida and New Hampshire are easily the two states that you hear the most about in the libertarian movement. I don't care what anybody says; those are the two states you hear about. And I'll give it to. Here's my perspective. I want to move to Florida over New Hampshire because of weather. And you can call me a sunset activist. You can call me whatever you want to. I live in the state of Alaska. I already live in a state where it's cold as fuck. The idea of moving from a state where it's cold to fuck to another state that's cold as fuck is insane to me. I'm never going to do that. So I've been to Florida 3 times now. Twice to events. Tom Woods and Yao. And both those events were great. But I think that at this point, Florida makes the best sense for kind of a free state project, kind of like what New Hampshire has, something similar. Now, I'd like to see a lot of libertarians that have made money, because I know there's a lot of these guys who made a ton of cash during the crypto thing. Like, start buying up some property in whatever state you're in and putting some cabins on it and renting them out to libertarians and create little capitalist commune situations, because I think that actually works. And I think it can. I think if 5 or 10 guys in Florida got together and bought a little piece of property and built some, sustainable cabins on them and started living there, you could get way more people in these states.
I mean, the Free State guys from New Hampshire, the thing they always like to tout is that we have such a low population in our state, is that that's what makes it easy for us to take over the state and, liberate New Hampshire. But the reality is that, it's a statist mentality. You want to take over and control a whole state. I don't give a fuck about a state. Give me a county. Give me a municipality. That's
Right.
what we can do. That we can
I
absolutely
agree
do that
with you.
in Florida. Just as an example. I mean, I'm not trying to give away any company secrets here, but Liberty County, Florida, it has a population. I'm sure Tim, even though we can't hear a goddamn word he's saying, he's gonna head nod me or tell me I'm wrong. I can't hear you. Fuck you. You ain't shit. Yeah, your mic's broken. Fuck you. Yeah. They have 2,600 people as the population. I think 200 people, a little over that, voted in the last general election. So it's somewhere where you could very easily move a couple hundred libertarians in there, take over the county, run the whole goddamn thing, and just neutralize everything. Whatever Tallahassee's sending that's bullshit, we just go, we're not going to follow that. All right, you don't like that? Send the Florida fucking State Guard and see what happens.
Yeah, so I live in a city with 2,000 people in it. So it's a similar situation where, if 300 people were to move to Seward and they all voted, you could win every seat on the city council, you could win the mayorship, and you would just be able to make all the decisions. You could abolish everything the next day if you wanted to. So the idea that we're bickering about whether that's a good idea in some spaces, like there's detractors to the Free State movement. I think that's stupid. You know, Florida makes all the sense in the world. Like you have an area that has good weather, a good economic structure, decently friendly people, and good culture to an extent. Now I know people make jokes about like the crazy Florida thing, but I'll be honest with you. I met a lot of native Floridians while I was there the last 2 times. They were exceedingly friendly. They seemed nice. They seemed like they knew kind of, what was up. So, and that's the same vibe you get from Alaska. It's one of the reasons I love the state is that people aren't
You didn't say hi to
horseshit
me,
here.
so fuck you.
I
What?
did say hi to you while
Boo.
you were talking to Stephen Nikayla and you didn't listen.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to test my mic and see how
It
it
was-
works. Josh is
it-
full of shit.
It was right after I saved Dickie Walnut's life
Yeah.
in that treacherous accident that involved a dab pen that I in Minecraft, definitely in Minecraft, took to Florida with me in Minecraft. And TSA isn't good at their job in Minecraft.
That's right.
I respect it, but
That's shot number 7. This is still your fault.
What, Josh? What do you got to say, son? I can't
You're
aim.
gonna
I
stick your
can't
fake
aim.
gun in the camera at me.
That's right. What?
From
What,
Fort County.
bitch?
That is clearly plastic.
You
It
don't
is
know.
So clearly plastic.
You don't know.
As
I
soon
can
as
kill
you put
myself
it up
right
close,
now. You can do it. You can.
Anyway, but Florida, I find it disappointing that there's even this debate in circles that, where should we do it and what should we be doing and why we shouldn't be doing it here and there. The reality
Brandy,
is
no,
that
wait.
the whole.
Oh, sorry. Brandy, I definitely talked to her. I remember
You were
her-
fucking my wife, you piece of shit.
I remember being I remember introducing myself and that name being referred back to me.
Yeah.
Get the Beretta.
Okay.
So get wrecked.
But no,
Get the gun.
but this is it kind of goes hand in hand with the whole MC strategy as well. As we talk about running local candidates, and there's this philosophy that we've and I'm sure most of us have heard this idea of an out and up strategy when it comes to electorals, in that we get libertarians elected across a wide base at a certain level, and then we push up to the next level. It's what we call Operation First Step in Florida. We want to get people elected to local office, and then we push up. It's kind of the same at least in my concept with the Free Florida Project, is that you take over a county, you control the county, you get people to move in, and as you control and show that those libertarian values and principles work in reality and in real life, people in other counties surrounding you go, holy shit, that makes sense. We should do that too. Plus, people are going to move just for work, for life, whatever the case. So as they start to move, all of a sudden you start seeing little Florida Free State Project enclaves popping up in other areas. And next thing you know, we've taken over multiple counties in the state. And when you take over multiple counties, you can control the state eventually, at least in a lot of states.
I don't
Well,
want
so,
to control the whole state. I just want to be left alone. Give me a fucking
Well,
county and I'll be fine.
Well, that's why you control. You worry about your county and let everybody else figure out their own county.
Yeah.
When we look at what the MC strategy has always been, which is always supposed to have been a grassroots Ron Paul style movement starting from the community up. This is what brought so many libertarians to this movement over these past years. It is the exact thing that has brought the best people in this movement to this movement was somebody like Ron Paul that knew how to make, and I know this is kind of like the cliche that's shared, but it is kind of like planting the seed in the community and watching it grow into a blade of grass. Like that's what you're doing. When Ron Paul would go to these small neighborhood communities and talk about issues that he felt about being important, it made people feel like that community was important, and those people felt a connection to his campaign. That should be the MC strategy in everything that they do. It should be the strategy in local politicians or city council members and treasurers and all these little stupid different bureaucracy fueled positions that they have that we need to garner in order to get some strength as a libertarian party. All of those places are exactly that. Like, it seems insane that this is an argument that's being had. And I think that's where I kind of become angered with what's happening. To me, it's obvious, right? Like, this is the whole movement. So when I see a decision that's made that's outside of it, or people criticizing it, I go, well, what do you vision for the Libertarian Party? Then what would you want them saying? And the response seems to be the same lame duck answer that we've had for the last 10, 15, 20 years at this point. And I mean, I want a different LP than that. Like, we need to be doing something different, because at this point, can we, other than Ron Paul, there's nobody in the last, like, legitimately 10, 15, 20 years that from a political landscape has brought that many people into the party or has created that kind of movement. The only person that I can point to doing something like that is Dave Smith, the guy who brought me and has brought hundreds of other libertarians that I've talked to in this movement into the party. That's what matters, right? At the end of the day, it matters who's here and who's doing all this shit. And to me, that's at this point been the people that are part of the Mises Caucus, or people that recognize what they're doing as important. And everybody outside of that at this point, I think, should be tuned out. I know that seems like a crazy thing to say, but they should be. They don't support what we're doing. They don't support the libertarian movement, because the liberty movement as a whole is moving towards what people like Dave Smith are putting out there. It's not moving towards what they believe in. It's not moving towards some wokest view of libertarianism or some frankly democratic view of libertarian beliefs. It's moving towards ANCAP beliefs and the beliefs that the government isn't doing anything right. Like, it doesn't matter what you look at; they're failing. Like, and we all recognize that they're failing. COVID is the biggest example of them failing. Like, I want the best candidate who uses that. And if I want a candidate that talks about police reform, if I want a candidate that talks about some of the issues that we would talk about like that, like smaller community stuff, crime level, stuff like that, I want Spike Cohen. But if I'm talking about somebody who wants to talk about the real big issues within culture that we're dealing with, I want Dave Smith. And so that's why I'm in the position I'm in now, and that is fucking great.
Well, that's all we need, man. That's all we
Does
need.
somebody want to move? Somebody needs to move that as to amend the entire platform.
I think if they moved it, it would pass.
I mean, we can move it in Florida. I'll preside over that.
Dude, that is based as fuck.
It doesn't have to be any more complicated than that.
I
Nope.
agree.
And that's what I'm saying. Fuck all the platform changes that the committee is running over, bro. Just propose that at the convention. I'll absolutely call that in order and hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, am I giving away company secrets here, by the way? Can I not be saying this?
No, I don't care, dude.
Yeah, no. Oh, I guess. Well,
Mitch,
everybody else here
you
except
support it
for
or
Mitch.
not?
Yeah,
I'm
Mitch.
sorry, what?
Let me ask you. What?
He's
I
waiting.
feel like I
letting the
just gave a Braveheart speech.
Yeah, Mitch is
But
like,
I'm
Yeah,
also
I'm
kind of
just like
drunk.
I'm like passing out
He's
here,
zoned.
honestly.
No, you're good. We were saying, should I let the cat out of the bag on live about what's happening at convention this year?
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
No?
All right, I'll do
Josh.
it. Josh is presiding.
You're giving them.
Yep.
Yeah, well, yeah, they know that shit.
Okay, then what are we
Josh.
letting out?
Strategy.
If you're not
Yeah,
gonna
I'm-
let it out, DM me on Twitter. Damn it.
Oh, I'll just say it. I'm going to be, unless something drastic changes over the next couple of months, I'm going to be the one chairing over Florida's annual business meeting and convention.
Oh fuck
man.
yes.
So,
That's cool.
You're not up for election anyway, so it's not like a controversial thing. So it's gonna be fine.
No, it's a midterm thing, and I mean, running a meeting is actually like people are like, oh my god, like are you like scared? No, it's running the meetings are actually pretty easy. Like when you're the chairperson of a meeting, it's just essentially facilitating discussion and making sure that you understand like the voting procedures, so that way you can know how the vote's supposed to go. That's it. Other than that,
Yeah,
it's keeping on the agenda.
I definitely met Brandy. I remember her.
You can't forget her. She's gonna be drunk and just yelling at you until you say hi. Yeah.
That kind of sounds.
So-
Well, she was pregnant when I met her, so she wasn't drunk.
Was she pregnant at Tom? Or no? Okay, you weren't at Tom Woods. Okay, yeah.
No, I was
So-
at convention. She was still pregnant at convention.
Yeah, she was. Yeah. Yeah, you only met her very briefly. At
And
the,
I just want to say, both the events I've been to in Florida, out of everybody I've had communication with within the LP, between the Alaska Libertarian Party, which is given small
fairly
compared
irrelevant.
to most of the other states,
Non-existent.
between Alaska and Florida, the two most like just friendly people I've dealt with. Like there, when I was at the event, both events in Florida, I asked everybody where they were from, because everybody walks up to me, asks me where I'm from. Like that's the first thing they ask, because they know
Because
I'm
they
from
don't
Alaska.
recognize you. Don't recognize you. Like who
They
the
don't
fuck is he?
recognize me, and if you've ever seen me in person, I'm not like tall, but I'm a big, wide dude. Like, a lot of us
Who's this
Alaskans
dump truck coming towards me?
Yeah, a lot of us Alaskans are built like that. I have to grow the beard out, because as you have seen from the photo on the thumbnail or any other photo of me that exists without a beard,
Forgot about this.
I have what is referred to as a fat face. And so I have to shroud in secrecy said fat face, and that requires having a beard. Now I am somebody who happens to have no shame at all, so I have a tendency to talk about everything, and so I've gotten a lot of people on Twitter calling me a neckbeard. I am indeed a neckbeard. I have a problem connecting. Now, Josh, he has what I refer to as the opposite of this, but I cannot connect this part of my beard to this part of my beard. It takes for fucking ever. And I'll be waiting another 3
You're not
months
alone.
before it connects. Yeah, you have the same thing. I can see it. It's like this dimple. It's like there's a dimple that's here, but there's not.
It doesn't go.
It's fucking retarded. So, and I've tried, by the way, I'm so fucking retarded. I used to put, and I shit you not, I ordered generic Rogaine to put on these two little spots on my chin.
Hold up.
I shit you not. I am that dude. I tried to get it to fucking... It is every stage of beard growth. He is right.
It
Oh my
It
god.
starts with me. It goes to Mitch, and then it goes to Layton, and then it goes to Josh.
It is every stage of beard growth. Holy fuck.
All
How
right,
does-
gentlemen.
Can I
So-
ask how my mic sounds?
You sound great, man. No
You
problem.
sound good, man. Yeah. So we're getting a little late, gentlemen. I want to round this out. So I know Brandy was asking, and I completely agree.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
Alaskans like my wife have that dump truck ass. Anyway,
What?
I want to talk about all the successes we have this year, guys, because we've talked a lot about, what's
Come
to
on, man.
come,
I was
what
having
we're
a good
doing.
time.
What?
Fucking-
Having a good time, man. Okay, yeah, go shoot your camera. That's smart.
What?
But
What do you want?
I want to talk about the successes, all the good things that happened this year.
So
the best
I,
part was
What?
the best
I
part
can-
was our friends we made along the way. That was it.
I can start that off because
Okay.
I've only been involved with, I guess, the liberty movement as a whole for 2 years. I'm somebody who's 22, going on 23 at this point, and
Youngin'.
everybody looks at me and they look at me as a young person. I get a lot of people who think I'm older, because I guess the way that I kind of talk in person. Everybody at Yale and everybody at Tom Woods thought I was like almost 30, and it was
Yeah, fool
really
me, fuck.
irritating. But yeah, so I kind of I like reading and I like learning things, and I wanted to move that into something other than just learning in a book, right? And anybody can pick up a book and read it. Anybody can read an opinion on Twitter or read a post on Twitter. It takes another thing to meet those people who are making those posts. It takes another thing to meet the people who are writing those books. So I made it kind of a mission over the last year to go to as many events as I could, and meet as many people as I could. And I got to meet at least 200 people that are a part of the Mises Caucus, and that are a part of the libertarian movement as a whole. And when I say 200 people, I mean I personally shook their hand. I introduced myself to those people and I talked to them for a second. And that is the whole point of this at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, the only way you're going to move a real, strong, independent liberty movement forward of voluntary exchange and ideas and this whole thing that we have decided is our movement according to the philosophy is by meeting people and by shaking their hand and by introducing yourself and telling them about where you're coming from as somebody in this movement. And I think that's something in 2022 people need to do more, because I think that that's kind of the whole point.
Yep. Mitch, I see you kind of fading here, man. Anything you want to talk about for your greatest success or things you're enjoying from this past year?
From this past
Load a
year,
little,
man?
bud.
Pretty
man.
much just seeing like the Mises Caucus grow in the way it has in this state. Like, it's honestly fucking incredible just to see the way this caucus went from a small little thing that was non-existent to, well, shit, a force to be reckoned with. No other way to put it.
We run this shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hoorah!
Hoorah.
Tim, do you want to gloat a little bit?
No.
No.
The only thing
No.
the only thing I'm proud of right now is, like Mitch said, that we're a force to be reckoned with, but also, as he usually says, it's the friends we met along the way. That is the main thing that I'm proud of, is all of the people that we've gotten to meet and how expanded our network has become since it started. We weren't anything before. We were all by ourselves, and that is the one thing that I'm truly grateful to Mike Heiss for, is putting together this organization that brought all these people together who existed in the remnant and who were brought together. Outside of
Yeah.
that, I don't want to shit on your job. So go ahead.
You can shit on my job if you want.
We'll
That's
save
fine.
that. We'll save that for Tim's show when the hard critics come out.
Okay.
What job?
All right.
Yeah.
Liz?
Thank you.
Oh no, the vice chairman role for Florida. I guess the LPF as a whole. I mean, but speaking personally, I mean, sitting here a year ago from today, I was in a really black pill place. I was done with the LP. I had given up on the whole idea that they're ever going to be an effective mode of, creating liberty or any kind of effective means of changing policy. And just, over the last year, kind of like Tim said, it's the people you meet along the way to, meet people who not only motivated and inspired me, but, challenged me to grow as a person and, really consider my principles, my viewpoints, just to have this kind of community that you can turn to, not only learn and grow, but to also be supportive and, help you get over the humps in your personal and even your professional life. I mean, this is something that creates value way beyond the sum of our parts. So, I mean, just to kind of put it bluntly with, thank you to Michael Heist. Thank you to the people the other state organizers, the OG ones who were here 2020, 2019, 2018, trying to make this shit grow. You guys are the real, I don't want to say you guys are the real, you guys are the real MVPs, man. You guys did all this shit, I said it to somebody on Twitter, but we're walking, we're standing on the shoulders of giants in this movement. People who came in and did this shit when there was no kind of infrastructure. Nobody gave a fuck. And to see, kind of like Mitch said, to see this movement when I came in, it was like, what, Tim? Because I came in a little after you did, like 30 people. Now we have almost, yeah, man, like 25, 20 people, man. We were a couple dudes and chicks on just texting and messaging each other. And now we boast such a strong, diverse, just resourceful group of individuals who just run the gamut of different abilities and
let me say this. I'm happy with what we built, but I'm not satisfied yet.
Oh, you shouldn't be.
Yeah.
There's way more.
Never should be.
So I'll say I agree that I'm not completely satisfied yet, but I'll also add that as as any observer from the outside looking at what we would refer to as the pinnacle of the libertarian movement, which is like the Ron Paul campaign in 2012 or 2008. Michael Heiss and Dave Smith have done as good of a job as I think we could ask of them in the last year or two, especially to move that movement forward within this party, which is ultimately the most important thing. It's taking all those people who came in from Ron Paul and showing them that we mean what we said during that movement. I'm somebody who came in after the fact, right? I can have my opinions and some people dislike that, but it is what it is. I'm somebody who was after the fact, right? I got introduced to Ron Paul when I was a kid growing up. I remember watching Ron Paul in the debates in 2008 and 2012. I didn't know who he was, but I remember it. The reason I remember it is because of the way he spoke, the way he said things. I don't remember half the political figures that I listened to at 11, 12 years old. I remember Ron Paul. I distinctly remember sitting in our cabin as a kid and watching him, I believe on Fox News at the time, in the debates with Rudy Giuliani.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I watched it. No one, when think back to your memories, years ago, what politicians do you remember?
Ralph
Nader Tater. Not because
Ross
of their
Perot.
Romney and his Romney and his
Right.
binder of bitches.
Right.
There you
What
go.
do all those?
We
what
need
do
to
all those-
restore the remnant of the Romney campaign.
all those politicians that you guys called out that you remember have one thing in common. You remember them for ultimately bad things. You remember them. You remember them for the negative thing that they did. But when I say Ron Paul,
Yeah.
and fuck it for the 2016 people, when I say Rand Paul, what you remember is necessarily good things. You don't think of this evil.
I remember
machine.
Ron for good things. I remember Rand as being a disappointment.
Okay, I agree
Yeah.
with you. I agree with
Yeah.
you. But even if you break down Rand's discussions that he had in debates, I would make the argument that they're positive things, right? If you took them at face value. Now, the responses to them from people like Trump ate him alive. I mean, that's what I think happened. But his actual things that he said on the debate stage were great. I mean, they were fine. They were things that I would have said if I was in the exact same position as him. Now, I'm not a perfect ANCAP. I consider myself to be an ANCAP. But
You're not a real libertarian, though.
oh, yeah, of course.
Honestly, you guys are all fake libertarians. I'm the only real libertarian.
Fake and gay.
That's right.
Yep.
Look, guys.
But yeah.
Yeah. Subscribe or go fuck yourself. That's all there is to
Absolutely.
it. Merry Christmas, everybody. Hey, man, it's been great. We're probably going to hang out in like the after channel or whatever. And to do that, you got to join the Discord. But it's going on 3 hours now. So we got to cut this fucking thing short somehow.
Yeah,
Plug.
this is the Christmas Eve special, not the Christmas special. Fuck you guys. You got to come tomorrow for that.
And where nobody will be here. Where nobody
Are
will
you doing Christmas tomorrow?
I'm not.
You know what? Fuck it. I might. Who knows? Let's see
If
how
you do
much my
Christmas,
mother pisses me
I'm
off.
Jewish, so I'll be
know.
on.
I'm gonna invite. We're gonna have a Jewish Christmas special because you know what? Fuck all you guys celebrating the actual holiday. I'm gonna get down with all my fucking kosher buddies, and we're gonna eat Chinese food and go to the movies.
Yo, Chinese food sounds pretty good right now. Too bad they're
Yeah,
fucking
really
closed.
But guess who's gonna be open tomorrow on Christmas?
What do you mean? What do you mean? They shouldn't be closed. They're the ones who brought this shit here in the first place.
Just
they should
because
be open and spreading.
Just because it's 8 o'clock at night where you are.
Everybody was kung flu fighting.
Plugs, hit them, go.
Follow me on Twitter at Mitch Connor JLo. Go check out the Libertarian Frontier on TeePublic.
Can I ask you what the fuck is up with J-Lo?
Yeah.
You've never seen that episode of South Park?
I have, but why did
shit!
you choose? But why did you choose that?
Because Mitch Connor was already taken, and I thought if I made it Mitch Connor J-Lo, it would be a more blatant reference to the episode from South Park.
Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Get an original fucking name.
That's my literal name.
Dude, check
Cypherpunk was way more.
Then change your name.
There's a handful of Laytons. And most of them are fucking dirty Italians.
Speaking of that,
There's only 2 Joshua Halafkas on all of Facebook, and that motherfucker's been
No
denying
shit.
my friend request for the last 12 years straight. So fuck.
Same. I have friended
He
2
lives
people.
in Canada. He literally rejects me every time. I send it
Are
every
his
year
DMs open?
on my birthday.
I friended 2 Leighton Radners, and neither of them have replied to me. And I'm so depressed about it. I'm like, why?
Josh, are his
All right, I'm getting my
DMs
plugs
open?
in. I'm gonna
no.
find out, but I'm gonna get my plugs in
They're
real
not.
quick. So, Halafka for Florida, HLAVKA, the number 4 Florida. Also, free Ross. This man's spending another year in prison while his mom is being separated from her son for bullshit crimes. So, yeah, that's all I have to plug. Free Ross. Follow me on Twitter. Show up to Florida Convention. It's going to say February 25th through the 27th. I'm going to be chairing over the whole fucking meeting. We're going to have a good time. And if you're out there, I'm hoping, cross my fingers, that Convention-y McConvention face gets accepted as a theme. And if so, I'm gonna need like all of y'all to donate $5 so that can be the theme for Florida Convention this year. Conventioning McConvention Face is the theme we're going with. Anybody else?
Leighton.
I can give plugs. I guess at Liberty Leighton on Twitter. Liberty and then Leighton. Because I have a fucking stupid Scottish name. And then you can go to at Dr. Monpaul on Twitter. Now I will say on my pinned tweet on my main account on Twitter, which is at Liberty Leighton, is currently a trailer for a thing that I'm going to be producing and putting out here soon on Odyssey primarily, but on YouTube as well, which is going to be a deep dive into all of the names, or most of the names anyway, in Epstein's Black Book. And that is going to be separate videos for each name. That is so that I can create a decent search database for people. Because there's a great website, epsteinsblackbook.com, that's put all of that stuff in a good place, but it needs references, right? If I look up a name, I want to see somebody explain what that person is doing. So I'm going to do that. You'll be able to look up a name, see on my video, it'll be 2, 3, 4 minutes long. It'll explain what that person does for a living, what their position in the United States or beyond is. And I can tell you that every name in that book means something. And that is the thing that I've been putting forward for the last few weeks. Other than that, I post memes and bullshit.
Memes and bullshit.
You guys, is it true that we have Jeremy Kaufman coming on next week?
Jeremy
Oh,
Kaufman.
I
shit.
hope so.
Yes, my good
Me
sir.
and him might actually get into it.
I'll be in
What?
the chat.
I don't want
this is gonna be an
I
interesting
like
one. We have
Jeremy.
him and Eric
I
Sawyer.
love
wanna
Jeremy.
Yo! I have the announcements. But Jeremy Kaufman and Eric Sawyer of the Libertarian Party of New Hampshire.
That is
Next
awesome.
week,
I don't know who Sawyer is, but I know who Kaufman is, and that makes me want to pay attention.
Sawyer and I used to do a podcast together during the Hornburger years. The
Okay.
Hornburger times.
I know who's. Yeah, I know Sawyer too.
I recognize the name.
I see more of Jeremy as less of a Libertarian Party member and more of a free stater.
That's
not
how
to
I
say
view
he
it, too.
can't be both.
So we're gonna fight him over the free state.
So it's
That's
next
exactly
week,
how I
not
feel. Like,
not
maybe
on a
everything's
normal
getting into it
day.
over-
It's not on a normal day. It's going to be on Thursday the 30th instead of the 31st.
I don't know. Confused Tim face.
Why are you gay?
Because this is how easy it was for me to book them.
One of you guys need to make the argument for Alaska versus New Hampshire. I believe
I'll
that
do it for
Alaska.
you.
I can walk.
I'll absolutely do it.
I can walk into Alaska's woods, and I can build a cabin, and nobody gives a fuck. And it is my opinion that you cannot do that properly in New Hampshire. You cannot live the lifestyle that they want to bring to New Hampshire without having complete control of the government system. And you can't get that there. You can shield yourself from the federal government in the state of Alaska better than you can in New Hampshire.
This is the debate for that show, which will be on Thursday, the 30th.
I will be in the chat.
My plug is to join that show, but also donate to the Libertarian Party of Florida and let us see what your convention theme is. Convention McConvention Face or whatever the fuck. Drake, because I know I mispronounced it.
Conventioning McConvention Face isn't on there
I'm
yet.
so drunk
I
I can't
submitted
say
it
that
last
bit
night
straight.
at
Wow.
midnight.
It's not on there. But if somebody wanted to donate $251.69 to Flex It or Die to make it $420.69, you would be my hero. Anyway,
I'm gonna get paid soon. I'm gonna get paid soon, and the second I see that pop up, I'm donating.
Dude, I'm fucking hitting him.
McConvention Face? Thanks, bro.
Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. It's been a hell of an episode. We wish you a merry motherfucking Christmas and all your homies. Adios.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Night, everybody.
Yeah.
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
Chanukah.